Okay, you can hear 100% infield. Huge thing here. This is also on island. I mean, can you even see it 3D printed? Oh no, even play around. It's very nice. So we are in the lab. 40mm tube. Whoa. Be mine. All our different materials. How do you guys like this? I think we are live. Hello everyone. Oh, light flickering. It's flickering, right? Let me do like last time. Change definition and then come back. Yeah. There you go. Now it's good. How is everyone? I forgot to schedule the stream because I wanted to try if I could go live on Twitch at the same time. I wanna try Twitch. So let me see. Are we? So oh, it's working. So we are on Twitch also. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, it's just to try. It's just to try. I want to move to Twitch as we discussed. I want to move the Hangout part on Saturday to Twitch. So I wanted to make sure that it was working, but it is. We have Make a Deck and Chris Perillo. That's awesome. Oh, Loyal also, Mrs. Oh, this is awesome. It's working well. So now we are both on YouTube and on Twitch. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. More people to hang out with. Now the question is my internet's gonna hold up, right? Because we know I'm still at home, so let me check. Because I just wanted to try. Maybe I will stop Twitch if it's not ideal, but it's pretty nice. Your internet seems fine so far. Yeah. It's always like this, and then we'll start talking about serious business, and then it's gonna drop. Of course, I need to have two screens up now. Oh, Zombie, are you both on YouTube and Twitch? Serious business, yeah. I mean, so hey, Loyal, what are you doing here, Loyal? Wait, it's Saturday, right? I thought it was you had 24 hours stream on Saturday. Don't tell me I missed it. Oh, so there's way more people on Twitch than YouTube. Everyone, is there still anyone on YouTube? Who do we have? Oh, Medic, 3D Medic Vince. Hello from YouTube. Of course, there is more on Twitch. Yeah, look there. Everyone is on Twitch. Okay. Well, that's a good decision, right? The next Hangout is gonna only be on Twitch because I want to take advantage of all the tools and stuff that you have on Twitch. I mean, it won't be as fancy as Loyal, but maybe slowly I can start to have like all of this command and stuff. I just woke up. I think you need to sleep a lot before your 24 hours. We must switch to Twitch. No. I will. Today it will be both on YouTube and Twitch. But I just wanted to try. If it would work. It started at 5 p.m. today. 5 p.m. right? And what time is it now? It's 9. It's 10 a.m. Oh, so you still have time. Now I can raid Polymaker and you can raid the LM show. Yes. Well, I have to learn how to raid first, and then yeah, definitely I will be very, very happy to join the Twitch community. There's a lot of fun there, so that's going to be nice. But okay, guys. So as always, and now Twitch also. It's the first time we stream on Twitch. That's pretty nice. Let me put the banner there. So let's get some awesomeness on both Twitch and YouTube. I hope it's working. By the way, on Twitch, can you enter both on Twitch and YouTube? I guess so. Oh, Igor, live again. Great. I'm in my workshop, but I will run in the background instead of radio music. Great, great. We're going to chill today. That there won't be any very deep scientific topic like we did on Thursday. It would be more. My goal today is to understand, all the hype around the Bambu, but in my way of doing, right, which is understanding properly why, like Core XY. I see a lot of people talking about Core. Oh, it's a Core XY printer, so it's a very, very good one. I even heard Nero saying that the Core XY is as fast and has the advantages of the Delta in terms of speed. But I still don't know exactly what is Core XY. I know Santiago sent me a comparison between and so maybe so I have to drop one. I have to draw. Let me go to Taiwan. Let's get Taiwan server. Yeah, maybe I cannot keep both. I bought more of the Sparkle Dark Blue. Great. My internet is not good enough. Yeah, it's not good enough. I think I need to drop one of them. Now I'm back. I should be back, but I think it's not gonna hold. Does that matter actually when you have two? Yeah, it should matter because I need to upload on both Twitch server and YouTube server, right? So theoretically, it's twice. It demands twice twice the amount of upload internet, right? So yeah, it looks good now, but it's gonna go like you like this. Like I went to Taiwan now, but yeah, it's not gonna work. We can continue, but if it happen again, then I will try to drop one. But which one should I drop? Is there more people on YouTube or on Twitch? It matters. Yeah, I guess so. I think it's not a good idea to try both while I'm still at home. Twitch has more people. Yeah, how do I check that? How do I check that? Let me go on Twitch. Yeah, the way I go on Twitch is I type T and then I have the LM show that comes and then I'm on Twitch. So let me check. So we have, how do I check that? Oh my God, I don't even know how to check how many viewers. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm just trying Twitch. Echo. Okay. You currently 16 viewers on YouTube, Mark, right? And only 10 here. Yeah, so we will try, but if it drop again, then I think I will drop Twitch. Sorry, because I just wanted to try. I just wanted to try if it's working, and then because I may be back to the office next week, even though we finished the lockdown. We need to be tested every 2 days and stuff, so it's not very ideal. But I will try to test just before our live stream, then I can go to the office. But it seems to hold so far. So the next time it drops, then I I think I may finish. I may drop Twitch. Twitch. Sorry. Now 20 on Twitch, 16 on Twitch, 12 on YouTube. Yeah, it's 50-50, right? Dashboard, Twitch, Polymaker, Stream Manager. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I tried Twitch today. I mean, I didn't even do my homework. I have no idea how it works. I have literally no idea. Do you have access to the Twitch chat? Yeah, I can see both. Actually, I can see like if you guys come from YouTube or Twitch, there is the small icon, like where the message come from. Focus on YouTube, Twitch, when you can dedicate the time. Yeah, Loyal. I think that's exactly what I'm thinking. I just wanted to try. I don't even know how to use the tools and stuff. So the next time the internet drops, then I will just drop Twitch. So sorry for the people that came on Twitch. I just wanted to try. I'm very happy that I didn't say anything on Twitch, and we have so many people. And I think the 3D printing community on Twitch is really growing very fast, and I definitely want to be part of it. That's why I want to launch at least the Hangout show on Twitch, because I think it's more designed for that. So by the way, I changed a little bit my mind. I wanted to launch the Print Busters on Twitch, but I think Print Busters it's too scientific. I think we are going to get a lot of people very bored about those topics. Like as a 3D print, the Print Buster community, we're very technical, right? And the more I spend time on Twitch, and the more I realize that Twitch is like how do you say? Is how do you say that? Chill. It's very chill. It's like we just talk, and then we do some activities, and we don't really spend time dissecting a scientific topic. So I will keep Print Busters on YouTube, and then this Saturday Hangout I will move it to Twitch. I think Twitch is more designed for that kind of hangout, that kind of interaction. I think we can have more fun. And on Twitch, there's definitely more tools for interaction. So I don't want to have a Print Buster topic, and then I show you some chart, and then I do some explanation, and then suddenly we have a raid of someone, and then in the middle of an explanation, and then I don't know. It doesn't fit so much for me. You underestimate the power of Twitch. I jump over from Twitch. Video looks higher resolution on Twitch. Oh, really? Oh, that's good to know. Looks like there's so boring subject on YouTube and fun topic on Twitch. No. Well, depending on whether scientific topics are boring or not, right? But definitely the science part, I think I will keep it on YouTube. And look at it. If you check all the YouTube, like the YouTube stream, I don't know. It's more like this. It's more this kind of on YouTube, and then on Twitch is really just chilling. Some people, they record themselves doing some props, for example. Some people record themselves, just playing video games, for example. So I think Twitch is about, you just connect to a live with someone, and then you just interact with that someone. You have fun on the chat, and then there is some tools that you can use, and that's it. So that's why I think I'm gonna do that. So on Saturday, every Saturday on Twitch, starting from next Saturday, during the next week, I will do my homework, and then I will try to learn. I think Chris Perillo sent me a great document on how to get started on Twitch. And then I'm starting to learn a little bit, from Loyal stream with all the command and stuff, and then the light, all this fancy stuff. I need to do my homework to know, how to do that, so that you can enjoy, the stream. And hopefully, I will try to bring more of, a different side of 3D printing, more material. I know Loyal has brought the priority on filament, which I'm very, very happy. There's not a lot of, when we talk about 3D printing, is the star is always 3D printers. It's never the filament. So I want to be on the filament team. So I will join, the filament team, and so that we can balance a little bit with the 3D printer the 3D printer team. Good afternoon, 3DP with Bill. 3D printing with Bill. Oh, you have some emojis. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, yeah. We don't have this on YouTube. Oh, I don't want to drop Twitch. It's so much fun. Oh, yeah, you have the logo and stuff. So what you do now is perfect. See how about I go to Los Angeles? I think I will drop YouTube. I think I will drop YouTube. Oh, I cannot drop only one. Oh, remove. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can see. I can see, when you can hear me and when you cannot hear me, I can see that. Yeah, now I'm back. I really want to drop YouTube finally. There is so much fun on Twitch. I just check and I can remove one of them. I thought I had to stop the live, but now that is there any YouTube people that cannot go on Twitch? Don't drop YouTube. Okay, so anyway, now that the internet is back, so I wanna I want to chill a little bit today, and then usually I want to show you how I do when there is some new stuff on the market. For example, now there's a lot of hype, right, about dropping one will not make a difference. Oh, really? Okay, then that's it. So the way I do this is I'm not too much of a guy that will check, we'll see videos of the Bambu Labs going extremely fast, and then I will be, whoa, that's an awesome printer, blah, blah, blah. I'm more the guy that will check, okay, there's a lot of people talking about that printer. Now I'm going to check that printer, and then I'm going to check, what's going on with that printer. And then I'm going to check, what are people's real argument about that printer, because it can be, oh, it's very fast, and then it's nice, and everyone has received one. That's great, marketing wise, that's great. Now the question, and then each reviewer seems to like it, and I want to understand why. I want to understand why people like it. So the first thing is, so if you would have to define the main point why people like this printer, what would it be? Would it be the fact that they have sent a unit to basically all the main YouTubers, or even Twitch, or is that the speed is the number one, or is that the core XY things, because in their title is like their first description. So for them, it seems that it's their main thing, releasing a core XY. The other question is, well, that's the first question. Chris Perillo, it works very well, though they need to improve software and the firmware and networking. Okay, what are we talking about today? Many different topic, but right now I want to understand, and we can try to understand together, like why the Bambu Labs, what's going to be the effect of Bambu Lab in the industry, because what's the price point, what's going to be the MSRP of this printer? I'll be talking with Key on my stream tomorrow morning on my channel. Who is Key? Is that a member of the? Is there some Dr. Tao, Gao, Liu, Chen, Wu? Who is Key? Is that a member of the lab, the Bambu Lab community? I'm very grateful they send it. Great second printer to have. Yeah, I knew you would have a second printer at some point. I'm a small YouTuber over 5 years and 400 plus video. Someday I will make it, I guess. To be honest, small by numbers, but you may have noticed, Polymaker, when we choose our partnership, it can be based on number, but it's usually based on what type of content you're making. I mean, you have seen Polymaker sponsoring big numbers and small number both. Why? The main reason is because we're more interested in the person, how that person influence people. It could be someone with 200,000 reach, and then say some stuff about something, right? But what I like is the way they transmit the information, the way they influence people. If someone know what they're talking about, they're passionate about something, and they do their project, whatever the number of people that are looking, I like to support this project because they're very strong in terms of the influence they have. I don't know how to explain, but don't focus too much on number, except if you really want to make your influencer journey a full-time job, which in this case you have to consider the business part of it. And yes, numbers are very important, but if it's a side thing, then don't care about numbers, really care about project that you're passionate about. So yeah, that's what I would say. Are you battle botting red? Well, but the Twitch chat is going so much faster than the YouTube one. So I'm really sorry if I'm missing some stuff, because I still don't have a team of mod that can help. I don't even know how you highlight some question or something. So I'm really sorry if I'm missing some stuff. It's going way faster than YouTube. I mean, it's not going like very very fast, but I'm more used to the YouTube where it's going very very slow. I have plenty of things I do during the day. Night lot, I don't sleep much. Well, during the day you work. During the day you work. During the night you 3D print. That's how it works. You can slow down the chat. Really? Yeah, I don't know how. We love manufacturers that come to Twitch and see our same vision. We want to build the 3D printing community. Yes, and I hope Mrs. LM. Actually, Mrs. in English doesn't mean not married. Madame is married. Well, at least in French is like this, but I hope I say it properly. But Mrs. LM, yeah, I agree. I want to be part. It's not. I don't want to come on. I shouldn't put it this way, but it's not. I have been attracted by Twitch instead of me, going to Twitch. I had been pulled. There's so much fun, so much awesomeness that I had to go there. And then, so there you go. We have been working so hard to invite businesses to come to Twitch. Yeah. By the way, is there any other 3D glue, focus, like all the name that we're used to on no internet. No internet. It's not fun. No internet. I'm retired in Vegas. Only 7 days in the week. Not enough time to get everything done, but it's fun working on this and that daily. I don't have internet. I wanted to chill today, but we cannot chill because my internet is not good. And you have to have internet. You can hear me, really? But I still have every platform has benefits and drawbacks. YouTube is fantastic for recorded content. I've worked with YouTube creators as a manager for nearly a decade. Twitch is fantastic for streaming, live chat, and discovery. Discovery? Huh. Sounds is good. Video is frozen for me. Yeah, I mean, I'm still in one bar internet Wi-Fi. Should I drop? Let me completely drop. What if I remove the VPN? Oh, it's good now. So no VPN. Is it Twitch? Twitch is still here. Theoretically, I cannot go on Twitch on YouTube, but through StreamYard, somehow StreamYard is doing my VPN work. Are you still there? It's totally okay. This is the part of live streaming that everyone goes through. I've discovered a ton of great streamers on here. Have not discovered any random streamers on YouTube. Yeah, my favorite part of Twitch is the raid. The fact that you go from one community to the other one. I mean, I've been watching a lot of things on Twitch, and sometimes I start with a streamer, and literally they raid the streamer, and then I watch this one, and then they raid another one. I think my maximum was 3. I think it was 3 raid. I think I joined one, and then I was raided to another one. Then I was ready to another one, and then ready to another one. I think my maximum was 3 raid, and then I completely discovered I was just watching, and then the fact that the good thing is that usually you raid someone that are similar, but the fact that one is similar with the other one, but you may end up with the last one is not that similar to the other one, so you're really discovering a lot. So the raid part is what I really like. It's a bar crawl. So I really like, and that's why I'm really excited to go on Twitch full. Like I want internet dropping. It's not fun at all. Okay, hydrate, I guess. Is it? How about I remove Wi-Fi from my other devices? Oh, it's coming back a little bit. Is there? Let me go full stream. If there's anyone that knows how I could make my internet better, please let me know, because I know it's not fun for you. Like you want to come in a stream, and then you want to enjoy, and then you don't want to eat like this. You look great on Twitch right now. Stream is good here. Yeah, we got plenty of snacks too for loyal. It should be fun tonight and tomorrow. Have you tried a different VPN service? I did, and to be honest, Astriel is the best one for China. Outside of China, maybe a different, depending on what you use it for. But in China, definitely Astriel was the most stable. Get better internet. Yeah, that's in lockdown. I cannot I cannot even have the guy coming, and yeah, ExpressVPN is okay, but I have. I mean, you see, sorry, I have ExpressVPN, but it's not that good. It's not stable. I've tried a lot of different VPN, but the good thing is I didn't know, but the StreamYard is kind of my VPN in a way that I'm uploading, like the live stream that you're seeing now is uploaded on StreamYard, and then StreamYard will be the one that will upload on YouTube and Twitch. So theoretically, now I don't have VPN. I just removed it. So theoretically, I cannot go live on YouTube and Twitch, but somehow it's working. So, but now you see, if I go now, if I want to do some research, like on Google, if I do I don't know, best printer ever, then it's not working anymore. So I don't have Google, I don't have anything. And then if I go on Twitch, then I cannot go anywhere. But somehow I'm live. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch. You are in China right now? Yes, I'm in Shanghai. When we're going to see positron series? What is positron? It's going too fast. What was that again? Positron. Positron city? Positron? What is positron? Yeah, I don't have Google. What are the other options? Bing, right? Is Bing working? Yeah, let's go on Bing. Let's go some international Bing. Can I find what did you say? Positron printer? Positron is an innovative and portable printer. Yeah, Bing is not bad. Oh God, Bing. I mean, if you know some other one, then I can try. But yeah, it looks. Oh, it's hackers.io, right? Yeah, I think it's not working either. Yeah, you can feel now. You're right. You can feel what we feel in China without VPN. Don't have access. Oh, that's the printer that fits in a filament box, right? That prints upside down, right? I still didn't understand too much the purpose of upside down, but is that overhang or something? DuckDuckGo? DuckDuckGo.com, I guess. Yeah, it's super slow. There is speed. What's the internet speed test? Speedtest.net. Like what's a good internet? Yeah, DuckDuckGo is working. Best 3D printer ever. I think I'm much faster with the VPN for some reason, because all the thing I'm looking at is English related, and all the server are in the US usually, so it's not that good. What's the name of that tiny printer again? It's called. It looks like it's called Positron. Yeah, Positron. You can check Positron 3D printer. You can check that. You could try doing a speed that wouldn't be on screen. I think yeah, is that your side it means on your side it means that sometime I cut and then you have no ideas what I'm talking about, and then I saw that in an ad. I thought it was fake. Now that you all said something about it, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I don't think it's fake. I mean, it's pretty I mean, you would need a lot of effort just to fake. You better just do the printer directly at this point. To make this fake, then you better do the printer there. Yeah, you wouldn't be far but of doing the printer directly. If you are mobile, tap your screen share icon and select host. I saw a positron video online. It looks awesome, but unfortunately the creator couldn't keep doing it. So that last time I heard anything, he made it open source. Yeah. So what's the purpose? Oh yeah, I remember. I asked the question last time, and the purpose is if you put it upside down, then the hot end and the XY mechanism will be on the base. So which means you only have the plate. So if the plate is down, then you have pretty much everything at the base. And then you only have the x-axis. So I guess you can take it apart, and then now you have something completely flat. So I think the point of upside down, which I thought it was about, printing like overhang better or something like this, but I think the point of being upside down is the fact that you can squish everything and then put it in the box. How's Polymaker on your channel? Well, it is really a try today, right? I'm not next Saturday I would like to be fully on Twitch, and then because now at the end I don't even know how to raid someone. I don't know how to use the emojis and stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to do anything. I believe the idea is that it's very portable as it fits in a filament box while also being reliable, since the weight is on the bottom and the plate only move on the Z. So why would that be? Would that make it reliable? The fact that the weight is at the bottom and the plate only move on the Z. Yeah, I don't know why would it would make it more reliable. Yeah. By the way, for the people that join on Twitch and don't know me so well, I'm how do you say this? I'm very skeptical person. When there is something, a topic, I will be the guy that will ask a lot of questions, and then as long as I didn't understand, how it works and why it's like this, then I will always go deeper and deeper. That's why I started Print Busters on YouTube. Actually, if you go on our Discord, I think we have. Yeah, I cannot use Discord without VPN. I'm locked from everything. If I don't have VPN on my computer, then I cannot do anything. But on the Discord, there is 3 topics: warping, flow calibration, and food safety. And these, are for me, very great topic. And being skeptical has brought this topic has how do you say that? Has brought more science to this topic, and I think people understand more about it. Especially why I call it Print Busters, because I'm a big fan of Mythbuster, and I'm a big fan of being skeptical and challenging things, especially when you end up debunking something. Like we all think about something, and then just by challenging it and open discussion, then you realize, oh, actually it's working like this, not like this. So I really like this. I'm shocked you are able to stream live without VPN from China. Yeah, you see that? Just because I'm using StreamYard. So my guess is it's going to StreamYard, and StreamYard is authorized in China. And StreamYard, once it's in StreamYard, then it's outside of China already. So there is no Great Wall anymore. And then StreamYard is going to give it to Twitch and YouTube. So StreamYard is the VPN, is the one that So that's my guess. Yeah, thank you, Zombie, for drop. What's that? The world best hardware engineer. No. But anyway, so I'm surprised that StreamYard is open. Yeah, I'm surprised too, because I think all the platform where you can stream from StreamYard are forbidden in China. So I don't know why StreamYard would not be forbidden, but I guess it will be soon, I guess. But yeah. Um, so I still want to know why the Bambu Lab is good. So Core XY, if there is anyone in the stream that has a short and straightforward explanation on why Core XY is good, please put your message, and it should be long enough so that I will be able to see it. Because I checked. Well, I don't have Google, but oh, I opened it already. But yeah, you see, even is that authorized, this one? Yeah. Okay. So it looks like Core XY is this. I mean, which one it is? Is it this? Two different Core XY. Oh, it's both Core XY. Okay, so Core XY is this thing here, and apparently it's good. Now I need to understand why, and basically that was the goal of the stream. I just wanted to stream my research on why Bambu Lab was good. No bed slinger, less movement. Yeah. A Core XY printer will have a square Cartesian design with which is different from Prusa in what the print bed move, blah, blah, blah. Okay, while the print head moves on the horizontal X and Y axis. Okay. It is distinguished from the similar HPOT printer because the much longer belt and pulley system used in a Core XY system eliminates the excess torque that causes faster wearing in the belt and gantry. Okay, I mean, I know it's different from the bed slinger, that's for sure, and I think in the Kickstarter that's their main stuff, like no more bed slinger. Okay, so I got it. But I mean, there's a lot of printer that are not bed slinger, right? Like I don't know, like FlashForge, Ultimaker, and all of these. So, but it seems that it's not Core XY, right? So there is still a difference between these two. One of the biggest advantages of Core XY printers is that they can print faster without leaving behind artifacts in your print. This is because there are no moving parts of the significant mass. Okay, but the print head is the same, right? Whether it's a Core XY or not a Core XY. So you mean the way they put it? Okay, so let's see. Boosting. So the first advantage, boosting print speed. One of the biggest advantages of Core XY printer is that they can print faster without leaving behind artifact. Oh, did you did you copy paste? You did not say we couldn't copy paste. Yeah, so yeah, anyway, let me know, because it seems that Twitch is never complaining about the sound dropping or something. Like, I don't have internet right now. I mean, it's 1 bar. Google make everyone an expert. I 100% agree. Gonna see you tonight during my 24+ hour show. I think Zombie is gonna be there, and I will be there also. So let me just continue. With other printer design, they're typically a moving gantry that is attached to the stepper motor or the print bed. During a print, this gets hurled back and forth, which tends to cause excess vibration and result in artifacts. With other printer design, there is typically a moving gantry. But that's this, right? I mean, it's also moving on the XY, right? Yeah, you see, that's my everyday. Trying to understand stuff, in 3D printing. Sometimes I'm very late. Like I'm pretty sure most of you know what's the core XY and what's the advantages and disadvantages. And sometimes I'm less late. Like for example, for material science, I believe I do my research pretty early on. But in that case, I still don't understand. So let me put back Google. I'm sorry, but I cannot learn anything without my Google. So I will just go back to Google, and then we're going to do some research on Core XY. So sorry if it's dropping a little bit, but it's for science. Okay, let's go. Core XY 3D printer kinematics. That sounds like a good scientific word. The core XY kinematic is complex motion system. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's do some research. Let's do some research. Well, actually, I was I said that we are going to have a chill stream, but it looks like everything goes back to science. So yeah, hopefully you like this kind of thing. But I think all the Polymaker stuff that I'm going to do. Oh, okay, no science for that one. Okay, so this is a nice chart. Keep reading. It says because the gantry is not attached to the stepper. Yeah. One thing to note, artifacts is that you'll still get significant reading artifacting at high speed unless you pair it with software to offset the vibration. Yeah, like a clipper, right? Solar 3D. That is so kind, Jay. A present for Nick. Did Jay did something? Yeah, sorry, I'm still not used to having all of these small messages. Keep blah, blah, blah. Only advantage is that motors are not moving, but I think no other advantage. Too long belts. Motor are not moving. So you mean in the other one the motor are moving? Let me think. Like the Ultimaker, but the Ultimaker the motor are not moving, right? Let me think. You have both motor at the back and then they're not moving. In which case they are moving? So you have this, okay. Core XY system. Or do you mean the Ultimaker is a Core XY? Ultimaker, the Ultimaker 2 Plus Core XY, because the motor are not moving. Core XY or Ultimaker Gantry. So it looks like no. I would now like to make a Core XY machine of my own design. That's 4 years ago. I'm so late. I'm just starting to understand what is a Core XY. So my biggest question is, what are the advantage of Core XY versus the Ultimaker Gantry? Okay, so Ultimaker is not a Core XY. Another advantage is that both steppers are used for motion, which reduces stresses on them. But every time the stepper are used for motions, right? Otherwise, why would you have a stepper motor that is not used for moving something? Is there a great oh, okay, so this is Core XY vs Cartesian Creality. Okay, let's go and check Creality. Let's go and check Creality explanation. Be right back, need a coffee. Okay, Cartesian have dedicated steppers for each axis. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so core XY is Cartesian. Okay, so we have a polar coordinate. We have the delta, and then we have the Cartesian. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. The perform move horizontally. Okay, that's okay. By the way, let me share the link just if you are interested. Point of being upside down is making center of mass on the bottom, so it wouldn't need a giant square frame. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. The second one is most common. The platform moves vertically. Okay, blah, blah. Advantage of Cartesian kinematic. Okay, so the other one is called H-bot. The kinematic is often used for commercial purposes. They have a non-standard extruder movement. It moves vertically. Blah, 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 blah. Core XY features two motors that controls two belts moving the extruder in the XY plane. Oh, okay. So you don't have one stepper per axis, right? They both somehow control everything, right? I have been in and out driving kids. What's the question? I'm trying to understand why I'm there is only or is that nobody has breaking up again? Am I breaking up on Twitch? It looks like Twitch is much better, right? Because I know I'm breaking up on YouTube. I know. Just came home. Sounds like a robot. Yeah, because my internet is not there. But is there any Twitch guy that could confirm whether it's good on Twitch or not? Or I'm also breaking up. So like, yeah, breaking up on Twitch. Okay. Got it. Yeah, so it's okay. So it's slowly coming back. So yeah, the point is to understand what is Core XY and why there is so much hype about it, especially brought back by the Bambu, and I think the Voron is using Core XY. And I guess if it's really good, then everyone is going to use Core XY. So I better start to understand how it works and what's the advantage. So I can see the motor here. I can see the motor here. I have comparison in this video. Oh, you make a comparison? Oh, then that would be easier. My Tech Fun. That would be much easier if there is a video about it. My Tech Fun Core XY, I guess. Is that one? How fast is the Ender 3, the Core XY 3D printer? Ender 3 vs Ender 5. Ender 7 vs versus Ender 5. Only a little breakup, not bad. I can hear you. Yeah, it looks like Twitch is way better. I think maybe, I don't know, maybe they handle the stream better, like the stream data. They have, they read it better. Mosquito. Yeah. Do you guys have mosquito there also, or? I got it. No more mosquito. Okay, so my tech fun. YouTube. Okay, so let me click on this one and see if the link is the same. No, it's not this one.
Hello.
Can I copy paste? No, I can only select. I won't be able to. Let me just MyTech Fun Core XY. Essentially, a moving print bed has a ton of mass, so it's very hard to move and create a lot of print quality problem when moving fast. Yeah. I mean, I get the point between the bed slinger and no bed slinger. But in the no bed slinger, it seems that there is something that is called the Core XY, and the other thing that is called what? HBot. So is it the point is to not have bed slinger, and then whether you use Core XY or HBot, then it's basically the same, or Core XY is also better than HBot. FL Sun SR review at the beginning. Yeah, sorry. How can I allow you to drop some link MyTech Fun? Is it zombie? Can you do that? Like as a mod, can you allow Igor to drop a link? FL Sun. Yeah, let me go back to Core XY. Which is better? Yeah, it looks like so. It looks like okay. So let me just go. Yeah, let me just go this one.
Hello, welcome to another 3D printer review, but this time a little bit
about Core XY. Okay.
Now let's talk a little bit about theory. What makes
you can move the steppers outside of the heated chamber rather easily due to XY. Okay, this allows stepperless volume inside for frame. Okay. But how about the speed? Is there Core XY better than HBot in terms of speed or something like this? Teaching tech Core XY explanation is good. Where you want me to drop it in Polymaker Discord? Okay, so teaching tech. Oh, there is. Oh, okay. So there is some.
Have you been wondering about Core XY printers?
Yes, I've been wondering with Core XY printer. I like the beginning of the video.
In this video, we'll look at what they are.
Why not buy a Pi and do a Pi hole for the internet? Because I have no idea what it means. A Pi hole. What does a Pi hole do? Pi hole is general purpose networks wide ad blocker that protects your network from ads and tracker without requiring any setup, blah, blah, blah. Is that gonna improve my internet? Another mosquito. Okay, so
their strengths and their weaknesses. Printers seem to be all of the rage lately. This here is the Second SK Go, which I recently did an assembly video on, and in the latest are the Two Trees Sapphire, and they're designed for a Core gaining a lot more momentum, around since 2012. But
2012 they started Core XY. I'm so late. This is the title. How fast is FL Sun Super Racer 3D printer with linear delta moving mechanism? Okay. Let me check that after then. How fast is FL Sun Super Racer 3D printer with linear blah blah blah. Okay, so let me put that here.
All of a sudden, the design seems to be gaining a lot more momentum. So in this video, we're going to look at exactly what it is and look at the strengths as well as the weaknesses to see if it's ideal for your next 3D printer.
Great.
3D printers have firmware on a main board, which is used to control stepper motors and create the motion that makes 3D printing possible. The vast majority of
I like that he goes back to the basics. I think it's important to build up the explanation properly. You know, like making sure that people are starting the explanation on something they understand. Because if you start the explanation by something they already have some doubt or they're already not too sure, then whatever you explain after, you know, they won't follow. So I really like what's his name? Teaching Tech. Let me subscribe.
3D printers use a frame and belts with a Cartesian motion system.
Okay.
With this design, the X, Y, and Z axes.
Cartesian typically requires a stepper on a gun tree, more momentum, less acceleration. Yeah, so let's check.
Move together to create 3D toolpaths. These days, the most popular Cartesian motion systems are called i3 style. As popular i3 system has back to the control moves
Okay, so far so good, right? You have 3 motors and one for X, one for Y, and one for Z. And then the one for Z is going to move the whole X with it.
This setup is really tried and true and very popular with new 3D printers. And the results, you can't deny, can be simply outstanding. Even so, there are some inherent weaknesses. The main one is that the Y-axis stepper motor has to move that heavy bed. And this problem is exacerbated the larger the printer gets. And furthermore, the larger, heavier, and taller the printed object is, the greater the inertia the Y-axis has to carry, which can present itself as surface artifacts. Most commonly, you'll see this in the form of ghosting or ringing.
Yeah, so far so good, right? I mean, it's very well explained, actually. They should... Okay, 500,000 views, great. So most of the people have a good understanding of Core XY. I'm late to the party. It's good to remind people to sign up to Polymaker's Discord to be up to date with announcements and giveaways. Thank you, Mrs. LM. Yeah, you can join our Discord. Next week we are going to have a brand new Discord. We are working on it this weekend. We're working on it, and then hopefully we can launch that on maybe Tuesday, somewhere like this. Zombie has done way more work than I did, but I already took a look, and it's really nice. And we will polish some stuff and then release our brand new Discord.
The X-axis on this print is pretty clean, but when we rotate to the Y, we can see that the outline of the Y is repeated on the surface of the print. The other problem with these moving bed printers is they're not very efficient for the space they take up. When we take the bed through its full range of motion, we can see that it overhangs in the front and the rear quite substantially. This CR10 Max has a Y length of 450. So what about another Cartesian? A meter of space in total to fit it on the bench. So what about another Cartesian?
Okay, so now what I would be interested in, so we saw that there is more counts than pros, right? On the actually he didn't talk about pros for the bed slinger, but it's one of the most popular design. So what would be the pro? Because I don't think he is going to come back to that. Yeah, and then he changed. So he talked about except if I missed it, but the only pro he said is that it's the most popular. But do you guys know why? Is it cheaper to produce? Because he talked about a lot of counts, which I completely understand. But why is that the most popular then? Core XY lowers gantry weight like Habit, but doesn't have as much frame stress. Its downside is the motion system is a bit more complex and the belt are long. So why having a complex system is a downside? because of the maintenance, and the belt are long. Why would that be a downside? Because of the elasticity thing? Because because it's long, so you have more elastic stuff. It's the cheapest and most straightforward design. Okay, so the advantage of the bed slinger, it's very, very cheap, and then it has a lot of downside for the printing, all the thing that he explained. Okay, I would be interested to know why it's cheap though, compared to the other design. But okay, pro cost to build, I'd expect. I guess so. I don't know why, but it's the most popular, so most likely it has something to do with cost, and most likely it has to do with having a very, very low cost to produce. Why? I don't know, because you still need 3 stepper motors. You still need. I mean, it's not that easy, right? But maybe, let me think. Maybe it's like I don't know. Maybe the fact that you produce 3 same thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Cartesian motion system that doesn't have a moving bed on the y-axis. One popular design is the Polymaker, but what I have on hand is a Zortrax M200. On this printer, the bed still moves, but only up and down to create the movement for the z-axis. If we inspect the top of the printer, we can see that the print head moves in X as well as the Y, and there's a stepper motor assigned to each.
Okay.
A printer commonly mislabeled as Core XY is the Creality Ender 5. Like the Zortrax, the Z-axis controls the bed moving up and down, and similarly, the X-axis moves with its own stepper, and the Y-axis moves independently with its own stepper as well.
Okay, so he just said that a lot of people think the Ender 5 is Core XY, but apparently it's not. And his meaning is that if each motor is dedicated to a certain axis, then it's not a Core XY, right? You understand properly? Non-Benslinger Cartesian is also more expensive. Some Z-axis require sturdier setup. Okay, yeah. Its transport bed slinger can be fold down since 90% come from China. Oh, that's a good point. Oh, that's a very good point. Logistic. Yeah, I haven't thought about this, because the bed slinger, you can basically take the Z-axis and then fold it, right? Rather than the non-bend slinger, there's no way, I guess, to fold it somehow. Yeah, that's a good point. I give up. I just send you the email with link after. Yeah, but I think I got it here. How fast is the FL Super Racer? So yeah, Igor, I got it. I just want to finish the this one.
A printer commonly mislabeled as Core XY is the Creality Ender 5. Like the Zortrax, the Z-axis controls the bed moving up and down, and similarly, the X-axis moves with its own stepper, and the Y-axis moves independently with its own stepper as well.
Okay.
The fact that the X and Y-axis move independently is a great way to test whether you've got a Core XY printer or a regular Cartesian.
Oh, okay. That's very nice. So like we said, a Core X, non-Core XY, you just each stepper motor have their own axis. Okay, that's very straightforward.
Let's have a quick look at the kinematics, which for
I love
us
this
is
video.
when the firmware is calculating movement. Cartesian movement is relatively simple to calculate. Let's have the example of moving 100 millimeters on the x-axis. The firmware knows that there might be 80 steps per millimeter for that axis.
Okay.
We're ignoring a bunch of things such as acceleration, but all things being equal, it's easier to crunch the numbers for Cartesian. In the vast majority of cases, a Cartesian motion system really does get the job done in 3D printing. But let's look at some alternatives, starting with the Delta. Delta 3D printers are completely
okay.
doing so in full print.
Is he explaining the Core XY stuff? Oh yeah, after the Delta.
The printer itself, I believe, get onto the main topic small. It's easier to store than other designs.
Okay.
Now we'll get onto the main topic, Core XY.
Core XY.
I believe this website may be the origin of the system, with testing going back to early 2011, and the first design on Thingiverse referencing this page coming in 2012. Thingiverse also has the very popular Hypercube, designed in 2016 by fellow Aussie Tech2C. I'm going to make the argument that Core XY 3D printers are a mix between Cartesian and Delta in their characteristics. Let me explain why. Firstly, they're like a Cartesian in their appearance, and they have a single stepper motor to control the Z-axis moving up and down. Secondly, like a Cartesian,
Okay, so
opposite belt, the print head moves in a 45-degree direction, but this time,
yeah, sorry, I don't have internet. I can wait that it's come back. That I can wait that it comes back. Delta printer, wide bases, but top have to be smaller. Yeah. It's like a cone, right? Yeah, a cone. Let's wait that internet. You're back? Okay, let's continue then.
time rotated 90 degrees. To move anything other than a perfect 45-degree angle, both stepper motors need to work together to move around the print head. On our Delta printer, we have 3 stepper motors working together to move the print head. On a Core XY, we have 2 stepper motors, and it kind of works like a tug-of-war on either side of the print head. The third stepper for the Z-axis is still doing its own thing independently in the background. The Core XY website does a reasonable job of introducing the kinematics for such a machine. It starts by comparing it to the mechanism on a drawing desk to keep the straight edge horizontal. You might have guessed that with 2 stepper motors being required for any movement, calculation of the kinematics is harder to crunch for the firmware, and like the Delta printer, these type of printers benefit most from a 32-bit mainboard. If you want to learn in more detail about Core XY kinematics, I've linked 2 really clever videos in the description, one that uses pieces of paper to demonstrate the principles, and another that goes through the maths, both by CRT on the Vector 3D channel. Like a Delta, a Core XY is optimal when it has minimal mass to move around. You can see for the Y-axis, we have the print head and a single skinny rod, and for the X-axis, we only have the print head. Because the single skinny rod has to move around. You can see for the Y-axis, we have the print head and a single skinny rod, and for the X-axis, we only have the print head. Because
for the X-axis, you only have the print head. But what's the difference? The other one is the same, right? The other one, the X-axis, the Y-axis, you have the rod plus the print head, and on the X-axis, you have only the print head. So that doesn't change, right? Like if you go back to the Polymaker, I mean that one. Oh wait, it has this one also. So what you are removing is that axis, right? Let me think. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the weight you are removing is that, I don't remember if it's Y or X, but let's say it's a Y. So you are removing that Y axis. No, on the end of 5 Ultimaker Cartesian, the stepper on the barred axis. X-axis are the 2 rays on the side. Yeah, so that's we remove that one, right? So that's the only difference, right? Like on this one, it only have 1 rail that is moving, and on that one here, it has 2. So you're basically removing that one, right? I mean, in terms of weight, sorry, I'm only talking about the weight. The weight that it carries around. Because here, if you move on the X-axis, then you only have the print head that moves. If you move on the X-axis. If you move... Oh, but actually it's the same here. Man, this is hard to type fast enough. But wait, I don't understand anymore. We were talking about weight. There's less weight. But from the end of 5, there is exactly the same weight. The print head plus that axis. So maybe let me finish the explanation completely.
We have the print head and a single skinny rod, and for the x-axis, we only have the print head. Because the print head is not suspended in midair like a delta, it is possible to have a pancake stepper direct-driven extruder. This Second SK Go also came with the parts to run a lightweight Bodum tube setup if that's what you prefer. As part of the preparation for this video, I asked the two manufacturers of the printers you saw in the intro why they chose a Core XY motion system. You can pause the video and read their exact responses if you like, but they both talk about being lightweight, fast and precise with their print heads, as well as very efficient for space when you compare the build volume to the overall size of the printer.
Okay, then I don't understand again. Because if I check the Ender 5, that is not a Core XY. In terms of weight, I don't see the difference. In terms of printer space, I don't see the difference. Basically, yes, Core XY is one of the lightest motion system. Yeah, I mean, I know that argument, but I'm trying to visualize it, because you see the Core XY. Wait. Here, the Core XY, you have the rod that goes, I mean, the rail that goes here, and then you have the print head, and then the Ender 5, then you have the same. I mean, if you take a picture of both, then they're the same. Or am I missing something? In x-axis, same weight, but in y, you have 2 more X stepper motor. The only advantage of Core XY, in my opinion. In x-axis, same weight, but in y, you have 2 more X stepper motor. The only advantage of Core XY, in my opinion. Otherwise, more complex, longer timing belt, harder to maintenance. Okay. Oh, so it looks like Core XY is not. I thought Core XY was like, the top of the top, and then everyone agrees that that's the top. But it looks like not that much, right? On the singular bar printer, the end also have a motor. Oh, really? So on this one, on the Ender 5, there is a motor on. Here on the right. Oh, that's Core XY is very good in the motion system if the motion system is designed way. Core XY can ship from China because positron innovation. Yes, your awesome new motor on the right. Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry. Okay. Got it. Yeah, so that's a huge difference, right? Because you broke up right after you found the X stepper motor, so don't know what you said. Am I back now? Both motor works together for every motion, so the movement are more accurate. Okay. So I should be back now. Okay. So okay. Sorry. So I missed the actual point, which was below the yellow one was the there is I didn't check, but there is the motor here. So that's actually a huge difference, right? Because the stepper motor is what is very heavy, right? That's why if you use a Bowden, then you remove that stepper motor from the printhead. Okay. Got it. So that design, that Core XY design, allows you to have two-stepper motor that don't move, basically. I mean, don't move related to the printer, right? And then you use this kind of like some kind of formula to when you move, they will both move at the same time. And I guess the fact that you always have two-stepper motor working together, then that makes things more accurate, right? Because you are not depending on one stepper motor step accuracy. You are now depending on, well, we will need to check the formula, but I'm pretty sure if you have both of them, then you have more accuracy. Wow, that's awesome. Then that's like the delta. That's why the delta is very accurate, because it's not dependent on the stepper motor. It's not dependent on the accuracy of the stepper motor. Oh, I start to get it. I start to get it slowly but surely. Also, the core XY design usually has a much more stiff frame compared to a traditional bed slinger, so vibration are lower, higher frequency. Okay, but I guess that's not dependent on the core XY, right? That's dependent on a decision for the design, right? Or core XY requires a stiff frame compared to other. The stepper share the load. Yeah. I mean, there is two parts. There is the fact that they share the load, right? And there is the other part that it's not dependent on each accuracy. It's dependent on the new accuracy that will be calculated. Hey, hi, Sofia. Did you receive the spool already? In my video, I explain more visually, but it has disadvantage too. Extremely important to have very good timing belt, harder to maintenance. Okay. So let's finish this video and then let's check MyTechFun, because it looks like in MyTechFun he's maybe talking a little bit more about the disadvantages. And it's always good to understand the topic from both perspectives, right?
Because the print head is not suspended in midair like a delta, it is possible to have the parts to run for this video. I both talk about the rope moves. Let's keep our fingers crossed for that one. So core XY is the best then? Well, like everything in engineering, there are compromises. In a core XY, not only are the belt systems relatively complicated, but they're also very long. If you follow each one, you'll say it takes quite an interesting path around the printer and back to the other side of the print head. Any 3D printer needs properly tensioned belts to print with good performance. Not doing so introduces some pretty prominent artifacts. On a core XY, the belts are quite long and therefore can be more difficult to tension. If we scale up our 3D printer design by a factor of 2, the belts become particularly long. Our first must for core XY.
Why having a long belt is difficult to how do you count to tense? What's the verb already?
A factor of 2, the belts become particularly long. If on a core XY, the belts are quite long and therefore can be more difficult to tension.
Tension. So why is that difficult to tension? Like it's difficult because you need more force, or it's difficult because on the two-stepper motors, working together is the same as Cartesian. On Cartesian, every move except 0 degree and 90 degree, both steppers works together. On core XY, every move except yeah. That's a good point. Yes, Santiago SBG. Actually, also on the I guess it's called the edgebot. On the edgebot design is the same. Both stepper motors are going to work together. Yeah, actually, maybe I took a shortcut there. They are both the same. I mean, from that perspective, in the fact that they share the load, and then they are more accurate because you're not dependent on the accuracy, then it doesn't work. It's no, it doesn't work. That's a good point, Santiago. I haven't thought about it. Installing and tensioning the belt is a pain, like MyTechFun mentioned. Okay. I just filled out the form last night. Soon, hopefully. Okay. Core XY. Oh. Core XY works best at lower sizes because of the belt issues. Is that the reason why the Voron is tiny? Or is that because the Voron, I know that they always have a very tiny bed. I don't know why. Is that because it's Core XY and then we don't want that long belt? Or is there some Voron that has a large build plate, right? Because so far, every time I see a Voron, it's a tiny build plate. So it's great for Benchy, but I mean, nothing against the Voron, right? But it's usually small. Are you going to get a Bambu printer for the stream? No. I mean, I'm a company. I'm Polymaker, and they send to influencers. Both belts must have the same tension to work properly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I guess that include quite some challenges, because on the other one you can it's independent, right? You can have one that is tension, one that is not. But in this case, I guess you would have yeah, but it would be similar, right? There's no okay. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm waiting. Vorons are big. Big Voron printer. Am I back? Am I back now? Yeah, it looks like I'm back now. Okay. Yeah, actually, you're right. There is some big Voron. I don't know, but I mean, yeah. So this is the one I'm used to. Every time I see a Voron, they have this tiny bed. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I only type Voron printer, then it's only tiny beds. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Well, I mean, no, I'm not wrong. It's a big printer, right? But it's the tiny bed. So the efficiency on this one, it's okay. But why? This is what I'm used to in the Voron. Like I'm used to like a big printer and then that tiny bed in the middle. I don't know why it's like this, but going larger require thicker frame belt, which requires the print bed part to be redesigned. Can you watch this after my tech fun? I cannot copy paste the link. Let me. Yeah, I cannot. Maybe you can let me know the title or something. People build the 0.1 because it's cheap, not practical for most people. Oh, it's called the 0.1? Oh, yeah, Voron 0.1. How many Voron there is? 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 until 2.4. Okay. So
If we
okay, so we just removed. So we just the only advantages that I have for Core XY right now is weight. The fact that you don't have that stepper motor that move on the X or Y axis, whatever. So that's the only advantage right now. Did I miss any? Because the accuracy, Santiago said, highlighted that it's the same on the EdgeBot, and sharing the load, Santiago also highlighted that it's the same on the other one because they both work at the same time. Oh, but wait. No, on the EdgeBot, you have one that is going to work on that huge thing and one that is going to work on that one. So they don't share the load. No. Okay, forget about it. So there is two advantages. The first one is the weight, the fact that you don't move that stepper motor. And the second one is they do share the load, because on the edge bot, they don't share the load. You have one that deals with that huge gantry and one that deal with the hot end. Okay, so two advantages, right? Can you look at Discord? I pong you. Is that ping pong pong? Is that this one, I guess? Okay, so let's...
Our 3D printer design by a factor of 2, the belts become particularly long.
Okay.
Our first must for Core XY is an easy-to-use and reliable belt tensioning system. On a large format Core XY machine, we might even need to upgrade the belts to be wider or stiffer to cope with this added tension. Core XY 3D printer frames therefore need to be quite rigid to hold the belt pulleys in place. This SK Go has all metal junctions for the moving parts, and the motions...
Wait. Why has... Because that's what Greece was saying. The frame needs to be rigid, but I do understand why.
We might even need to upgrade the belts to be wider or stiffer to cope with this added tension. Core XY 3D printer frames therefore need to be quite rigid to hold the belt pulleys in place.
Oh, so there is more tension, but why? Why there is more tension? Okay, they're very long. Let me think. Because if you have, let's simplify this. If you have two pulleys and then you put a belt, okay, and they are very close to each other, and then there is a certain tension between them, okay? If you have this same tension, and if they are far apart, and they have the same tension, right? Why would a long belt has higher tension than a small belt? If that small belt is tension, then you have that same tension for here, right? I guess, right? Lots of force due to the number of pulleys and belts. Yeah. So I'm more talking about why the force would be differences. Mrs. Adam, yes on both advantages. Okay. So at least we got that. We got the advantages. Lightweight because we don't have that stepper motor, and share the load. And why would that be an advantage? I guess more control. More the kinematic, the inertia is under control or something like this. So you need to tension it further to remove the spring factor. But I thought in the belt there is I thought there is a steel wire. There's 3 steel wires in the belt. Like, what's the spring factor of a steel wire? Or maybe my first question is, am I right when I say that there is a spring wire in the belt, or I'm wrong? That there is no spring wire, it's a rubber. They not all. Okay, but I guess in this case they use the one with the steel wire, right? All belts are different, so depends on the belt. There are different type of belt, but I guess if that's an issue, like the elastic stuff is an issue, then they should use this belt. Like the Voron community, what belt do they use? Do they have a belt Discord belt channel? Like, what kind of belt do they use? Yeah, they have way too many channels. I don't know which one is. Gates, not wire, but fiber strands typically. LL2GTRF. Is that the reference of LL2GTRF? Okay. So this is what used in printing all are reinforced to prevent elasticity. I have cross section under microscope in one of my latest video. Okay. So most of them don't have the elasticity issue. Breaking up. Okay, waiting. Even with a good belt, there is still stretching. It's not perfectly rigid. Okay, we're back. Okay, great. Okay, so okay. Okay, so we were answering the question, the tension. So the fact that you have more belt. So to answer the question, so what the question we are trying to answer is why you need a more rigid frame. And the answer is because you have more tension on the belt, which gives a lot of stress to the pulley. So well, actually, it's the pulley that needs to it's the pulley that needs to be properly on the frame, not the frame that needs to be more rigid, right? I mean, for the belt to tension them and to bend the frame, that's impossible, right? I mean, even with a regular printer that only use I don't know, regular rods or something. I mean, it's the pulley that needs to be welded on the frame, not the frame that needs to be rigid. Or can you use this can you use this metal part and then tension the belt and it's going to bow the frame? Is that even possible? For slow movements, the long belt does not matter as much. It's when you try to accelerate at a crazy fast speed. Yeah. For this, I understand. But the question is, I still don't understand why you need a rigid frame. I mean, I understand there is more tension, for the frame, but I don't understand. Like the pulley needs to be pretty solid on where it is, but I don't understand why the frame itself needs to be more rigid than another one. Or yeah, because there is more tension, but isn't that negligible? Isn't that negligible that the belt would bow your printer if it's not rigid enough? Both, you don't have a rigid frame, it will twist. Oh, really? Is that strong to the tension of the belt is that strong? Flex in the frame would translate into inaccuracy. Yeah. I mean, if the frame flex, then yes, definitely it will have issue. My question was more, I couldn't picture a belt tension to warp a metal part. That's why. But I guess I'm wrong. A circle will be some kind of oval over time. Yes, I can flex the frame. Oh, okay. Then I understand. So you need a more rigid because there is more. Okay, so there's more tension. So you need to be more rigid, otherwise it's going to warp your frame. And then why you need more tension is because the fact that you need more tension because it's longer is because there is more spring effect. Okay, because the length is longer, so you have to cancel that springy effect by tensioning them. So if you have a small belt, then you need to tension a little bit to remove the spring effect. But if you have a long one, then it will spring more, right? And so that means you need to tension more. Let me think. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. So far, everything is logical. The pulley needs to be held perpendicular. Yeah, I mean, I guess, I mean, the frame needs to be very rigid, and the pulley needs to be welded on the frame, right? Because the pulley will have so much force, I guess. In a bed slinger, when the bed moves, the whole XY frame vibrates very bad compared to the core XY. Yeah. How steel core? Okay, so I think I got it.
This SK Go has all metal junctions for the moving parts, and the motion system is based on linear rails as well. Although a different approach, the motion system on the Tronxy seems to be suitably robust as well. Another key consideration are the belt idlers that need to be suitably stiff to not bend under the pressure of the belt.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, right? The pulley needs to be really strong on the frame. I don't know why in this case it's so far from. I mean, it creates a huge lever, right?
Very tense belts. Once again,
just put in a live stream idea, a video of a Voron going at near max speed. You'll see the whole machine trying to dance off the desk. Really? That must be fun to check. That must be fun. Let's have a look. Oh, but that's the speed benchy. I watched that one already.
So the difference between tonight's run and last night's run is that I have upped the rate to a ridiculous.
Okay, so is that a core XY? Okay, so now I know how to check, right? So if there is a stepper motor. Okay, so it is a core XY, right? Because yeah, it is a core XY.
It was 20 millimeters a second.
Okay. I don't know why this video make me laugh so much.
As the printer size goes, you need standing prints. It's similar to a Core XY, but typically has 0.2 millimeter layer height. They're both almost completely. If it requires a size goes up, this becomes even more important. Getting these things right requires a good engineer and potentially costing components. But if you can get
by the way, off the
get it right, the potential is there for simply outstanding prints. The Benchy, as well as this mask, were printed on the SK Go at 0.2 millimeter layer height. They're both almost completely free of print artifacts. Yeah. A quick note on the H-Bot, which is similar to a Core XY, but typically has a single belt. The page.
Oh, I was totally wrong. The H-Bot, I thought the other Cartesian, the one with one stepper motor per axis, was called the H-Bot, but not at all. The H-Bot is a Core XY, is a kind of Core XY.
Which is similar to a Core XY.
Similar to Core XY, but with one belt. Okay.
Typically has a single belt. The page you're seeing here is from a book by Neil Rosenberg called Designing 3D Printers, Essential Knowledge. He was kind enough to send me one. It's an excellent reference and it's linked in the description. I'm happy to admit that I've used 3 Core XY machines, but never an H-Bot. So linked in the description might be Iscara. One of the description.
Okay, and then he goes through other one. Okay, so H-Bot. Okay. So H-Bot is the same idea, but you only have one. But what would be the advantage? Because we just said that the longer the belt and the worse. So needs to be one. Yeah. Break you again. We're going to wait. Wait. Okay, I'm back. I'm back again. Well, which is good because it looks like I'm down for like a few seconds, and then we can talk again. Okay, I'm back. So okay, so I understand core XY, and then HBot is core XY design, but with one belt. Okay, got it. Very good internet considering the drops. Yeah, I mean it's good. It looks like it's dropping every 10 minutes. Whoa, that's 1 hour 45 minutes that we're talking. No. Or is that multiplied by 2 because I have YouTube and Twitch at the same time? Is that the timer is so that means we've been talking for 45 minutes, 50 minutes. So almost an hour, right? Why would they multiply by 2? They should give the real number. So if I'm on 3 streams, then it's going to be 3 hours and 15 minutes. I have been live for no. Oh yeah. We've been talking for almost 2 hours. We started at midnight, right? I mean, did we start? Or we started at 1 o'clock? Oh my God. You see, oh my God. When you are into something and you try to understand, and then yeah, so how about we do a small giveaway? How can Polymaker afford to give away so much filament? Well, it's business. I mean, at the end of the day, it is marketing expense. It's a business. Every company choose where to put. I mean, how can Bambu Labs send so many free printers? It's a strategy. I mean, I won't explain my marketing strategy, right? But one day, if I don't know, one day if you guys are interested in business strategy, which I love like, you know, designing marketing and business strategy, then we can talk about it. Mrs. Helen, Twitch will do that to you. You get in a great conversation, and chat helps time fly. Yeah, I mean, we literally thought, because I have a timer on StreamYard, but I'm live on 2 platforms. So, and there's no way we were talking 2 hours. So I thought they kind of mix, and my live time was 2 hours because 2 platforms or something like this. But I guess not. Because Polymaker makes filament. Yeah, we give away filament because we make filament. There is nothing else to give away. I don't see any filament makers give away as much filament as you. I see reviewers with truckloads of Polymaker. Guys, all about strategy. Bits for noobs. Okay, guys. So, whoa, 60 people. That's awesome. I think it's Twitch. I think Twitch has attracted a little bit more people, so we have grew our community a little bit more. That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you, Polymaker, for investing in our 3D printing community here on Twitch. Oh, definitely. It's my pleasure. I mean, I love supporting all the creators, whether it's Twitch or YouTube, by the way, or TikTok. Actually, if you go on any platform, most likely you will see a Polymaker somewhere with great projects. I've tried others. There are some I like, but I keep going back to Polymaker. Great. I'm happy you have good experience with our product. I'm asking question, trying to understand, just like you. That's all. I just don't understand. Yeah, I mean it's return on investment, right? You invest a certain amount and then you check how much you receive. If I don't know, if you invest $100,000 and then you receive $500,000 in return, then that's, you know, it's like any investment. I used Polymaker and knew the benefit way before the Discord. Yeah, I like the Discord that allows people to have more interaction with our community. Like Discord has been able to materialize our community. So that's how I explained the strategy during, when I explain at Polymaker the marketing strategy. So the Discord has been able to materialize our community so that it's easier to communicate with. It's easier to to interact with. And then yeah, I mean I won't draw you into my 2 hour strategy discussion, but let's go for a giveaway. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a giveaway, right? So it's pretty good. So are you ready? Let's ROI is the key. Exactly, Krusty 3D. That's the most important. Let's draw in 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. Drawing. As that's the first drawing on Twitch. So hopefully we are going to have a Twitch winner. And the winner is Aero Wolf Arms. Congratulations. Are you on Twitch or are you on YouTube? Are you our first Twitch winner, or are you our next YouTube winner? Every company wants their product recognized. So there has to be an amount sent to reviewers to get it out to public, hopefully get positive results. So yeah. Well, the key when you do giveaways, when you do reviews, is the product. So if a company strength is the product, then you can design strategy around, giveaway reviews and stuff. If the key strength of your company is something else, then you have to adjust your marketing your marketing strategy. Polymaker, did your marketing change a lot? This community and giveaway stuff started recently. Yes, I made I changed my what I have to accomplish the way, so they have good reviews on Google no matter what's happened after that. Hello, am I back? Yeah, I should be back. Okay, so did I miss Aero Wolf Arms? Okay, so let's draw again. Okay, so let's draw again. Building any community requires hard work, sacrifice, and financial investment. Leaders like Polymaker is just showing their belief and love force. Yes, very well said. So I'm sorry, Aero Wolf Arms. I will have to draw. Oh, actually, I'm so stupid. It's written here. It's on YouTube. I mean, there is the logo just in front of me. So let's draw again, and let's hope we have a Twitch winner. In 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. Drawing. Twitch. And the winner is from Twitch. Sorry. Nick from YouTube. I mean, congratulations. Still. Are you here? You have an awesome name. Are you here, Nick? Nick. Are you here? No? Congratulations. Are you here? Be careful. I'm going to draw again. 10, 9, 8. Oh, there you go. Congratulations, Nick. Nick from YouTube. You can send me an email here. There you go. You can send me an email there, and then I will send you a link for this. Well, we can do another giveaway later, and hopefully it's gonna be a Twitch guy. I want at least one Twitch winner today, right? Because that's the first time we are on Twitch. Okay, so what were we talking about? Core XY. Oh, you have a lot of delay? Maybe try to refresh. Or it's just my internet, I guess. It's my internet. So let's check my tech fund. So Cartesian printer about Core XY. So let's check a little bit. Just to confirm, it's always good to confirm what we learned. Cross-referencing is always important, you know, when you learn something. Builders Mark, Polymaker, send you a Twitter DM. Yeah, I removed the Wi-Fi from my phone to hopefully get somehow more on my computer. So I will check later. The bad part is every time people at you, I see it highlighted.
You see here is the Core XY mechanism on Ender 7. Here.
So the Creality Ender 7 has a Core XY. The Creality has a Core XY printer, which is called the Ender 7.
We have two stepper motors, which are responsible for the movement in X and Y direction. And if I rotate them together in same direction, then I have movement in X coordinate. If I rotate them in
so they definitely share the load. You see, if he turned them in the one direction or the other direction, they both share the yeah. So definitely, yeah. Start the video from 30 seconds. Yeah, but I think before that you talk about the Cartesian printer, right? I think we know what's well, I guess let's check. I guess I know what's the Cartesian style, but thank you for a great stream. Merci, Nicolas. I have to go attend a family member who had medical needs. Okay, have a great Saturday, Peslis. Always a pleasure to have you on stream. Connection better than Wi-Fi. Ender 3 was short-lived, if I remember well. Oh, they don't sell the Ender 3, the Ender 7 anymore. Oh, let's go on Amazon. I'm delayed too, but it's my mobile signal. Yeah, if you combine your mobile signal with my signal, it's gonna be a bad stream. Ender 7, yeah, they still have the Ender 7, so I guess we're good.
Mechanisms. What I have here is the cubic frame Cartesian, and this is Ender 5. And that's a Core XY printer. That's Ender 7. Only I opened the box.
Oh, it has bad reviews?
Inside the movement.
Interesting.
Cubic frame Cartesian, Ender 5. Different stepper motor for each coordinate movement. For example, this stepper motor moves the head in Y-axis.
Oh, that's the Ender 5, right?
This stepper motor moves the head in X-axis.
We just check it in the other video.
If you want to have the diagonal movement, of course, in this case, two stepper motors has to work together.
So this is good. We got it.
But the biggest problem with this structure is this stepper motor here, because it is on moving parts, so it must be light as possible to get less moment.
I should have started with this video. Then I wouldn't have struggled to find the weight difference
of inertia in this movement. Now let's see the Core XY. And what you see here is the Core XY mechanism on Ender.
By the way, go and I was about to say go and subscribe, but I'm not even subscribed with the Polymaker account, only my other account. But go and subscribe to My Tech Fun. If you like, if you are here, it means you really like, science stuff, and you really like, finding out stuff and learning stuff. So it's a really great channel for learning. And we are actually working together in order to bring you more data for our materials. So the thing I released on our website, all the data per material. So there's going to be a new tab with even more data, and there's going to be crib data, which we don't even have on the regular Polymaker TDS. So you're going to have much more data that come from My Tech Fun.
7. Here we have two-stepper MX together. That's why mechanism has the advantage compared to the Ender 5 or cubic frame Cartesians.
Great. Thank you,
but
US Robert.
If I want to have diagonal movement, I'm rotating only one stepper motor. So if we are talking with diagonal movement, in that case, the cubic frame Cartesians would have the advantage compared to Core X5. But the biggest advantage of Core X5 that these stepper motors are static; they are not moving, and they can be bigger, and they are on these two printers. But with the Core X5, very important is this.
Oh, I haven't thought about this. The fact that they are not moving, then you don't care. You can have like two huge, super powerful stepper motor, right? It doesn't matter.
Timing belt, it is much longer.
Well, actually, I think I prefer that video than the other one, to be honest. I think it goes straight to it answered the right question in the right way. I believe Polymaker is becoming it's like Cura. What level of data do you want? Basic, advanced, expert, all.
So it must be very precise, very good tension, and usually it is wider compared to the.
Breaking. Let's wait. Breaking time. We're good again? Okay. So I think he's unboxing Delta and then putting Delta to bed leveling. Oh, the rest. Sorry, actually, the video is about the FLSun Delta. But I guess the beginning was the explanation. But okay. I mean, yeah, I should have started there. It's 2 minutes and then it explained everything. Thank you, Igor, for the link. Next one. So remember, we all started from the Bambu Labs X1, right? So Core XY. Okay, after 2 hours, we finally understand, one part of the hype, I guess, or we just started. Okay, Core XY, very good. All understood. Or I'm up to a normal level, right? So because I'm pretty sure all of you knew already what was Core XY, what was the advantages and the pros and cons. But like I said in my last stream, I still need to catch up a little bit on the hardware. Not only a little bit, but and the firmware and Clipper and all of this stuff. You guys, we are going to have a great learning together because I'm starting from zero. On the material side, I don't have much. I'm not afraid of explaining things the way I'm seeing it because I'm more comfortable. But on the hardware side and firmware side, you're less going to enjoy it in a way that I'm going to go through the learning process like everyone. Now learn input shaper and pressure advance. Okay, so we are getting to that, Zombie, because it seems that pressure advance, the LiDAR stuff, blah, 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 it seems to be another great point of it. So I want to understand why the LiDAR, why, because they say a 7 micrometer LiDAR. But for me, it's the only printer that I know that has a LiDAR. So I don't even know why they put the accuracy compared to what. It's the only printer that has a LiDAR. They just need to put it has a LiDAR, and that's it. I wanted to say, sometimes I find it hard to understand people from your area of the world. I'm hard of hearing and have a hard time with accent, but I can understand you. You have a hard time understand people from your area of the world? You mean China? Asia? You have a hard time understanding the Asian English accent? Because I come from a small Pacific island, so my part of the world is 9,000 people on 100 kilometers square. So, and none of them speak English. Okay, research. Yes, that's the Polymaker stream. We are here to research, to understand, to learn. That's what we are here for. Is Polymaker a co-packer for other brands? Yes, we offer OEM. Can we watch the video I sent? Which one was that? Was it this one? Because I have two videos open, but I don't know. I think this one was sent by Greece, right? So I guess you sent that one, right? But which part of the video you wanted to see? Because this is not really on the topic, right? That's the positron stuff. Which, I mean, it's a great topic, but maybe we can talk about it later. I really want, at least today, that we can have a great conclusion on why the Bambu Labs is good. From a scientific logic perspective, not from all the video that we have seen. Things in the long-term use of the product. Call center for various US company. Okay. Okay, so next thing. So Core XY, color, 3D printer. Okay, so the color stuff, because that's the second thing. What about the color stuff? What technology do they use? Do they use a singular nozzle, multiple extruder? Do they use a tool changer? What do they use? Do they use the palette technology? What multicolor technology do they use? Wait, did I miss it? Color and beyond. Color, the ultimate expression of emotion, blah, 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 okay. Two-stage feeding, filament buffer, blah, blah, blah. Which technology do they use? Similar to palette? So they splice filament together? So they cut the filament and then they splice together and then they have a multicolor filament? What is better about Bambu X1 vs the Anchor Makes? We are going to do the Anchor Make after. First, we need to understand properly what is the Bambu X1, and then what is the Anchor Make, and then we can start. Whoa, what happened? I had my TV just shut down. Okay, I guess it's just on my side. Yeah, so it's back now. I don't believe it's splicing. Without the splicing, but the palette technology is all about the splicing. So is that the MMU technology? I believe they use direct drive and it cuts right at the top of the drive and forced through the hot end. Do they cut the filament or do they retract the filament? No, it's just pulls pulls it out and insert the next. Yeah, okay, so it's the MMU, right? I think it's good because they break the barrier of first-time users that struggle to use 3D printer. For example, everyone from DJI drones left, start Bambu, anyone can buy a DJI drone and fly it. That's what we are trying to answer, Bits for Noobs. That's what we're trying to answer. That's what everyone says. Now we need to, we need to ask why, or is that really the case? The difference with the anchor is that, okay, so that's for the anchor. Yes, MMU is spliced. No, I don't think MMU is spliced. MMU just push filament to the extruder and then retract, then push another one, then retract, push another one. The palette is splicing. The palette is pushing a filament and then cutting and then splicing them and then continue, and then they put the technology into the printer that will make it one of the easiest to use out of the box printer on the market, just my opinion. It's similar to MMU, but this one works. Okay, so looks like you don't have a great experience with the Prusa MMU, right? I missed the answer. When we are watching video, Am I back? Hello, hello. 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 Hello, 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 hello. I'm back. Okay, great. Yeah, I also would like to have it taken apart, but I think it's gonna happen. Such a great style of stream, Nick. Thank you very much. I really appreciate coming from you, Loyal, because you are the first one I think that I started to follow on Twitch. When you print with this, you get a bolt chop filament, blah 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 blah. Okay. So MMU it is. 3D printing Maestro, blah, 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 airtight, humidity sensor, blah, blah. So let's have a look at the video. I love that design. Okay. Okay, so far so good. Okay. So is that Bowden or is that dual extrusion? Like you have a support extruder. You have a. Whoa. Why my big TV keep flickering? Yeah, I guess it's not Bowden. Well, let's just finish. Did they cheat? We didn't see. We didn't see what's happening. Yeah, okay, so it's more of an advertisement video, right? Okay, so I guess how does it work? Is there a good review that talk about that talk about how is it working? The thing about the Bambu that I found really impressive was the RFID tech in the spool to auto-load the filament type and color. Well, I mean, the RFID was, Ultimaker had this for like a long time, right? Direct drive, that's just the reverse Bowden. Okay, so it's just to help getting that getting the filament, right? I guess I can't send a link to another video here. Chuck blocked it. Yeah, you need to send it on Discord, and then you can just ping me, and then yeah. So if there is 3D Print General. Okay. So let's go and check 3D Print General. 3D Print General X1. Oh, sorry. X1. Okay. So let's have a look at the, okay, so that's the spec, the first one, slicing part, multicolor.
Well, that's all fun, but let's see this multicolor potential. What's extra cool about this slicer and printer combo is that you don't need a part that's designed for MMU printing in multiple STL files. You can legitimately color just a single.
That's how is that going to go against Canvas? Did Palette patented their Canvas technology? You know, Canvas is allow you to do that, you know, to color print, and then it's going to split your STL in the way that has these colors. And they have this on their slicer. Whoa. So that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in how is that going to impact the market. So in that case, how is that going to impact Palette, Mosaic Manufacturing? Because that was one of their, you know, core technology, right? I mean, one of their core technology was their Canvas
STL file. And
Prusa Slicer does that? I didn't know. I don't use Prusa Slicer.
Don't exactly know how they do it, but can actually use a paint bucket tool to color an entire section of a print, similar to the paint bucket tool on Photoshop. Now, there needs to be something defining a section, such as with this American flag, where each section is raised from one another. This print is meant to have you pause needed. That's Terracolor and won't let me skip to progress to use this paint bucket tool. I load up 3 different Polyterra colors and get.
Oh, he's using Polyterra. How amazing.
To printing. Now, remember, I still have that AMS issue where the touchscreen won't let me set the colors or materials. But
so it looks like he received a defective defective AMS. AMS stand for what? Automatic Material System. Okay.
But that doesn't stop the part from printing just fine. And this entire 3-colored print takes only 53 minutes. That is insanely fast for color swaps, and this isn't exactly a super small part. How the swap happens is that the extruder will come to the front right of the machine, or left if you're looking at it, and engage a cutter that cuts the material. It will then go to the back of the machine and open up the poop chute.
Wait. They cut the filament? I hate Polyterra. Makes all my other print looks bad. It's a good problem. Canvas is the only one so far that lets you stamp an image onto the surface, though. Yeah, I mean, it's their core technology, so I'm pretty sure it's more advanced. It's more advanced because it's one of the strengths of their company. He probably has a truckload of Polymaker, yeah. It's my understanding that Bambu has taken source code from other companies and they didn't disclose it. I don't understand the laws pertaining to this, but Bambu issued a statement. Oh, really? They start to have some legal issue? It's direct drive, and they push it through with new color or material. Yeah, but why do they cut the filament? Because if you retract it and put the other one, so I do understand the cut filament
isn't
part.
Exactly a super small part. How this swap happens is that the extruder will come to the front right of the machine, or left if you're looking at it, and engage a cutter that cuts the material. It will
move to a position and it will engage the cutter to cut the filament. But where does it cut the filament?
It will then go to the back of the machine and open up the poop.
Whoa. So it's cutting the filament here.
The extruder will come to, and this isn't exactly a super small part. How this swap happens is that the extruder will come to the, and this isn't exactly a super small part. How this.
Okay, so it's cutting the filament here. Oh, so it's not cutting the filament. Is it cutting the filament, or is cutting the extrudate, like the thing that is coming out? I don't believe the AMU retracts at all. the filament cuts at the MMU and the extruder extrude the remainder. Really? I don't think so. I mean, are you saying it's cutting at the MMU and then the whole filament is being extruded? I don't believe the AMU retracts at all. It does retract, because look this video. You see, it's printing white now. You see, and then it's retracting here. So it's retracting all the filament, and then it's putting back the black one. So it has to retract all the way. Otherwise, the other filament cannot go in. Well, it has to do that, because if you cut the filament, then you have a huge portion of filament that you need to purge out of the nozzle. I could be wrong, but that's the impression I was getting. Yeah, but I think from the video, I think it does retract.
Swap happens is that the
But I don't understand. So here, did you hear what he said? Am I back? Hello, 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 hello. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Yeah, I am. Great. Okay, so he said the printer goes to a position and cut the filament. So I want to understand, what is this cut filament?
color swaps, and this isn't exactly a super small part. How this swap happens is that the extruder will come to the front right of the machine, or left if you're looking at it, and engage a cutter that cuts the material.
It goes to the front right, and it engages a cutter that cut the material. Is that just wiping the nozzle? Is there another video also that does that?
It will then go to the back of the machine and open up the poop chute. The previous color will retract into the AMS, and the next color will feed into the extruder until it's primed.
Okay.
The nozzle will then run over the nozzle wiper, which will cut off that purged
Oh no, so there is the white. The
material and send it out that poop chute of the printer. I have a box set up to catch all of this material, though I do believe Bambu Lab will eventually release an STL that is meant to catch all.
So it's cutting the filament somewhere. It does not cut, it just wipe. But you see the vocabulary he's using? It engage a filament cutter, and then it wipes the filament. So he is using the right vocabulary. So I do think it's cutting somewhere. And my guess is, when you check the purge, I mean, there is a huge amount of white filament that's coming out. If it's really retracting, and then you put the black filament, it should become black pretty fast. So my guess is it's cutting the filament somewhere at the back or somewhere, but there is like quite some filament left. My guess. I mean, let's review again.
Exactly a super small part. How this swap happens is that the extruder will come to the front right of the machine, or left if you're looking at it, and engage a cutter that cuts the material. It will then go to the back of the machine and open up the poop chute. The previous color will retract into the AMS, and the next color will feed into the extruder until it's primed. The nozzle will then run over the nozzle wiper, which will cut off that purged material and send it out that poop chute of the printer.
Yeah. So, and you know why? I think they are cutting the filament is because you don't have a jamming issue. You know, the problem, for example, with PVA is when you retract, you have that long string of filament, right? And then when you want to purge back, like if you want to extrude again, then it will all of this line will become a mess, and then you will jam your Bowden. So I'm pretty sure they are making a clean cut somewhere, and then they are retracting the clean cut filament, and then they are putting another one, and then they are pushing the whatever's left. Because I mean, look at that purge. I mean, they purged the white filament for so long, so it must be something like this. I've been saying this the entire time. It's both end of hot end, it's cutting. The wording isn't the best here. It's cutting the ooze after purging. It should wipe, retract back on into the spool, load the new color, then purge. No, I think it's cutting. I think it's cutting. That is the problem with multicolor print. A purge block that can be larger than the printer. Okay. Mrs. LM, it's an actual cut. Yes, I think so. Where is the cut? Before the reverse? I think the cut is there. Is there. Somewhere there. Like at the back of the printer, or is there any other video? Let's check.
Engage a cutter that cuts the material. Weight of the machine is a super small part. How this
So it's moving there, and then it's cutting the filament. So it has to be cut like somewhere in the hot end. It's cutting somewhere in the hot end. So maybe the cutter, you know, I think on the side there, I think there is a motor or something that makes it turn, and then inside there is a kind of thing that cuts it or something like this. Right on top, Justin. The cutter sits right on top of the direct drive of the hot end. Yeah, there you go. There you go. It purged the segment that's between the extruder and the nozzle. Yes. So there you go. I think that's how it's working. So you put the filament, and then once you finish, it goes to, I guess there is a small retraction, like the regular retraction. Then it goes to the front of the printer. Then it's cutting the filament at the top of the hot end. And then that filament is retracted back to the MMU. And then it will go at the back of the printer, and then it will extrude the other color back to the printer, and then it will purge the amount of filament that is left. So I think that's the whole story. When is Nero planning to disassemble the Bambu? I have no idea.
swap happens is that the extruder cuts the material. It will then go to the back of the machine and open up the poop chute.
I think we got
the
it.
Previous color will retract into the AMS, and the next color will feed into the extruder until it's primed.
Yeah.
The nozzle will then run over the nozzle wiper, which will cut off that purged material and send it out that poop chute of the printer.
Okay.
I have a box set up to catch all of this material, though I do believe
I've been trying to say that all along, but people keep saying no cuts. Yeah, sorry, Justin. We are all here to understand. We are all here to learn what's going on. So everyone is giving their hypothesis.
I believe Bambu Lab will eventually release an STL that is meant to catch all of this and attaches to the back of the machine. As of now, a standard filament box works great to catch all this trash.
Let me know when I'm back.
Mentioning one other slicer software issue that they are working on fixing, and that's the gaps between the top layers that you see. This is a slicer tweak layers. Love Color Fun is to show off how you can not only...
Okay, I'm back. Okay. So I think we understand about the color, right? I think it's pretty straightforward. By the way, I always see the the MMU at the top of the printer, but in all the review they never put it at the top of the printer. I thought it was actually part of the printer, right? Oh, it can be put on top of the printer. Oh, okay. It's loaded from behind. Okay. So I guess it's pretty straightforward. So it's a MMU, but it's better because it cut the filament, and I think the cutting part is what makes it very reliable. So slowly we start to understand the reality. At least I start to understand why the printer is good. All of these small thing makes it good. The core XY, we understand. Okay, we understand why they chose that, and what are the advantages and stuff. The color, we understand how it works. We understand why it's more reliable. So now we know all the why, and I'm much more comfortable to have a discussion with someone, and saying the Bambu Labs is a great printer and it's going to do that. And then if that person say why it is good, then I start to have a couple of arguments for that. But let's continue, because it seems that they have much more than that. This printer does look really nice considering the price point of it. What is the MSRP again? I don't remember. For the tech that has a good chance of becoming one of the best printer on the market at the price range. Yeah, I don't remember the price range. I have the backer, because I have everything in Hong Kong dollar. So if you can give me the MSRP in the US. Supposedly you can have 4 AMS connected at once. Yeah. So that would be only. Let me think. Why only 4? Why not more? Well, actually, let me think. How do you connect this? Because you only have one thing that enter here, so you need a special connection, right? Or is that at the back of the printer you have like 4 inputs? It must be this. So at the back of the printer you have some kind of what was that again?
The machine. As of now, I ended up printing one tinkered film CL that is set up to capture material. Send it out.
So at the back you only have 4 input or something. That's why it's only 4. If the colors run vertically, does it change colors on each layer? Yes. Yeah. So every time it will print one layer, right? And if you have a red cylinder in the middle and the rest is black, then it's going to do black, and then do that small red, and then black, and then small red, then black, and then small red. So that's why multicolor is pretty long. There are different versions. I don't know the difference between X1 carbon. That's a good question. We should answer that question later on. What's the difference? I guess the X1 carbon has everything hardened, or like the nozzle is a hardened nozzle, and then the extruder is a hardened extruder, something like this. Side connectors maybe, CAN bus, who knows? I'm not sure how they add up to 16 different spools. Nothing had explained the part outside that, up to how many they can support. What a waste of filament. Yeah, welcome to multicolor 3D printing, DMAT 1773. Okay, let's continue. So that was multicolor. What else do they have? 3D printer with LiDAR. Okay, let's go to the LiDAR part. Why LiDAR is good? LiDAR. Where is their LiDAR? Chapter 2, AI powered. Okay, so that's the AI. Oh, that's also the LiDAR. Okay, so LiDAR. A LiDAR that measures depth in micrometers. Okay. Bambu micro LiDAR brings micrometer level precision into 3D printing. The system probes the nozzle height, calibrate the flow, and scan the first layer. So the possibilities are endless. Okay, so let's go one by one. The system probes the nozzle height. Oh, okay, so it scanned the bed. Yeah, that's a question. Here's a question. I guess they are scanning the bed, right? So they know the bed. Do they compensate on the software, or do they ask you to re-level the bed until it's leveled? Do you know the answer? Or X1 utilize two set of independent sensor and algorithm to measure the height of the blah 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 blah. Okay, so they know whether it's leveled or not, but how about after? Okay, so it's a software compensated. Okay, got it. Hey, sis Lord Brit, thank you. Thank you for joining. Multicolor printing in general isn't efficient. Yeah. You know, I still hope we can make the CMYK work. You know, there is some research that do a diamond nozzle and then they put CMYK inside, and then to have different color, right? So I hope this technology can be better, because that would avoid us to release that many different color of filament. We just need 4 SKUs per material, and then that's it. Because right now, to solve the color issue, then we have to launch many different colors. So can you imagine if the 2D printer has to release one ink per color you want to print on 2D print? You know, that would be bad, right? So I hope that 3D printing would have the same. We can try to have a technology that use the CMYK and CMYK technology to build your own colors. You would also need white to do lighter shade. CMYK. Oh yeah, that's a good point. So W to inject like the same time. Yeah, hello. Let me know when I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, great. Okay, so is there any way to level your bed on your Bambu? Let's say it's really off spec. You know, you don't want the software compensating is a great idea, but you know, you still end up with a deformed part, right? If it's too unlevel. So is there a way to level your build plate? It auto level, I believe. Really? But I don't think the LiDAR level the build plate. The LiDAR only tells you how the build plate is, but it doesn't change anything. So can you? Yes. Okay, so you can also level manually if you want, right? Okay, got it. Okay, so now the question is LiDAR, because currently there is the BL Touch, right? That's for pressure advance. I don't think so, Santiago. I mean, yes, it is also, but right now they say that it's you know, they use dual automated blah blah, and I guess they use 2 independent sensor. So they use the LiDAR and the analog force sensor. So the analog force sensor is like the BL Touch, I guess, right? So okay, so they mix both, which is amazing. I was about to say which one is the most accurate, the LiDAR or the BL Touch, but they have both. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so that's another great point. They are using, but now the question is, I mean, maybe it's not like if you would say the X1 is better than other printer at leveling your build plate, or at making sure your first layer is great, would you say the X1 is better than other? Because if it is better than other, it means the LiDAR concept is more accurate than the BL Touch. But they are still doing both. So they still invested to have a mechanical lever, right? So that means if they chose that decision, which increased costs, right? It means that maybe the LiDAR was not doing the job as well as they thought. So they had to cross-check with a real BL Touch, right? There are 3Z pillars that raise and lower the platform so it can adjust the leveling itself. Really? But really? Is that a hypothesis, or you know that it's doing this? That is going to move one axis without moving the other axis in order to level it, because that creates a lot of stress in the different parts. I wouldn't do that, I think. On Cho's video, he explained all the process too: leveling, first layer height, and pressure advance. Yeah, pressure advance. This no problem. We will talk about this after the LiDAR. But if someone asks, if someone asks, yeah, the XY is super good and their bed leveling system is really good. What does that mean, really good? If you have another printer that has the BL Touch or the Ultimaker S5 that is also scanning the bed, but with I guess they call this an analog way, right? Like the BL Touch way. Why would they even put an analog sensor, which is the BL Touch in my way of doing? Why would they put this if they have a LiDAR? My guess is that the LiDAR was not good enough. Otherwise, they just use the LiDAR. It's you completely scanning the build plate. Then why do you need something else? Because LiDAR changes flow rate and like width accordingly. No, but I think you are talking about the pressure advance stuff, right? I think the BL Touch is more of a rough level and follow up with LiDAR for more refined. Yeah, but now the question is, why do you even need the BL Touch? I mean, if you can scan the bed, then why did they add the BL Touch for what? LiDAR measure extrusion width. No. You are talking about pressure advance. You see here, Bambu Labs utilizes two sets of independent sensors and an algorithm to measure the height of the nozzle relative to the bed. The LiDAR and analog forces sensor cross-check for extra layer and of redundancy in bed leveling. Is that, I have to go out with family. Okay, enjoy your weekend, Nick, and congratulations again for the spool of Polymaker filament. Yeah, I mean, you all say it actually. Yeah, I know it does that work also, like the extrusion width. What I'm talking about is, you see, they are scanning the bed. So if they have a LiDAR for pressure advance, and this LiDAR can also scan the bed, why would they need a BL Touch? Because that could also be a marketing, right? You could have the LiDAR for pressure advance, and you use the fact that you have a LiDAR to say, hey, by the way, we can also scan the bed. But actually, it doesn't matter because the LiDAR is very bad at scanning. So they use the BL Touch. Because if the LiDAR was that good, then why do they use the BL Touch? Do you understand my question, or? Yeah, I agree. If the LiDAR sensor misreads, making sure it won't damage the LiDAR by using the analog sensor as auxiliary and kill switch. To know where the build plate is, then the LiDAR sees the extrusion on the bed and adjust. But why you're all talking about extrusion? I don't understand. We're not talking about extrusion here. We're talking about the bed leveling. Is that, maybe I'm explaining wrong because you're all talking about extrusion. At start of the print, the Bambu print a small pattern and check the. I know you're all talking about this. This is different. We're talking about leveling, the bed level. They use the LiDAR to scan the bed. Or am I completely misunderstanding dual automated bed leveling for doubly guaranteed prints? LiDAR can't measure the bed itself. Okay, so why do so the BL touch is enough? The program reads the first layer of extrusion. Yeah, okay. LiDAR has nothing to do with bed leveling. But read. It's written here. The LiDAR and analog force sensor cross-check for extra layer of redundancy in bed leveling. I wasn't talking about extrusion. What was your message again? Yes, I agree. If the LiDAR sensor misread, yeah. I know that. The printer extrude. Sorry. Where was I? It doesn't just measure the distance. I think they use LiDAR because it gives you immediate real 3D data. Yeah. If that's the case, then why do they need the BL touch? I mean, when I think about LiDAR and when I think about scanning a bed, then for me that's the most accurate thing that you can have. The BL touch only take 1 point. So if you have a LiDAR system, then I wouldn't even care about having a BL touch. So I just want to understand, why did they put that inside? What's the purpose? Because redundancy, usually when you design something that is cost effective, usually redundancy is a pretty bad design. LiDAR cannot measure distance. LiDAR cannot measure. Okay. BL touch levels the bed. The LiDAR only makes adjustment after printing starts for slight warp and bed missed by BL touch. Yeah, 3 hours already. Santiago said it best. Okay, where is Santiago? The printer extrude lines on the bed, and depending on how squishy. Yeah, but hello. Okay, great. So what Santiago is saying is that the LiDAR is helping with the bed leveling, not by scanning the bed. Is helping by printing something, and then I guess by knowing the thickness, it knows how far it is from the bed. So maybe that's the part I missed. Maybe that's why you were all talking about extrusion. Sorry for that. I think I got it now. But is that the case? So there's nothing to do with scanning the bed, right? Is that true? Because the way they introduce it here is definitely scanning the bed. Okay, I think I get it. So you use, let me think. Print a test grid and check the variation of the grid using the LiDAR. I appreciate that you asked the questions. This is how we find the knowledge that matters most. Yeah. If you like this Sislov Brick, I think you should join our Print Buster show. It goes even deeper, and it's taking very big topics, topics that are common knowledge, and we're really putting it back on the table and completely rethinking the topic. I guess today is a light dissection of the printer. Yes, LiDAR does not scan the bed, only extrusion. Okay. So I was completely out of the. I didn't understand at all. So okay, now I understand. That's not what the Kickstarter page says. They say 2 independent sensors for bed leveling. Yeah, but I guess it's 2 independent sensors. One sensor is going to do the BL Touch stuff, and the other sensor is going to analyze your first layer. But then you have to redo the print, right? So the LiDAR is not very useful before the print. The LiDAR is useful if you fail your print. Marketing, that's what I want to understand. I mean, that's why I challenge everything, because I want to know which part is marketing, which part is great. So far, to be honest, Core XY, quite, very impressed with how it works and the idea. It's not from them, but I like the idea. The color, I'm also impressed. I like the fact that they make it more reliable by doing this cut. It's not a technology that we have seen before. And now we're talking about this. I mean, I know we are very slow. I mean, it's almost 1 hour per argument, but that's usually how I work. I want to make sure, everything is proper and stuff. Print Busters, yeah, Loyal. I think you're going to love that show. I love myth busting. I usually watch you on YouTube. Oh, great! So you have seen the warping, the flow calibration, and now we are working on the food safety. But the food safety will be less severe. I think the biggest one was warping. Suggestion: get Bambu on stream to explain the printer better. Yeah, I could, but again, I'm not a influencer. I'm a company marketing. I mean, I'm from Polymaker, and yeah, I cannot say much, but it'd be good enough. I should compensate in real time. By the time the first layer is finished, it's fully calibrated. Oh, you mean it do that in real time? So that means it can change the G code? Is that even possible? The LiDAR changes extrusion width, flow rates, and stuff like that. If your bed has a slight warp, it increases the flow rate to get. Yeah. So it's software compensated. Yeah. For most people I've seen, the good parts, Core XY, MMU, for a price of. Oh, okay. There you go. The price. So it's 1,500. Whoa, it's so cheap. Level the bed with analog sensor only and use LiDAR only to confirm that the extruded pattern looks as it is supposed to be, for level surface. Keywords there, cross-check. So their claim is correct. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Okay, so you use the BL touch to like to do a regular leveling, right? And actually, it's not a BL touch, right? It seems they only have 3 points, so they cannot do the bed scanning. They cannot do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, blah 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 to have like a kind of a rough scan, right? But from picture, so it's not a mechanical. It's hello. Hello. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. So do you guys agree that they can only do 3 points? They can only do the 3 point, which is much worse than other printer, right? Because usually the BL Touch is going to take what, 16 point, right? 4x4, and they can only take. So maybe they have a very, very rigid bed. So you just need the triangle point in order to level the bed. But if it's warped in any case, if it's curled or something, then it won't work. The video I saw with First Look use 5x5 leveling, and I'm 99% sure they showed the LiDAR being active while doing the 5x5 leveling. Oh, okay, so we are still not sure what's going on, right? Maybe they are scanning the bed somehow with the LiDAR. And the 3 point that they are showing has nothing to do with, I don't know why they highlight this, because apparently, so Magnificent username, looks like, oh, by the way, good username. Looks like they can do the 5x5, so it's similar to a BL Touch. I'll see if I can find the video again. Okay. No, it's fully props bed. What does that mean again? Is it a pressure sensor in the nozzle that creates a standard mesh? Yeah, that's what I want to know. I don't know. Chidi is also only 3 point. Aaron do 3 point the Z poles. Most likely not. Otherwise, you have one in the middle of the bed, right? Or is it just the perspective, or no sound? You cannot hear me? Yeah, so that's a good question. Is that a mechanical switch? Let's check. Specs, first test print. So let's check what is going on at the beginning.
This is all done. But enough with the specs. Let's know that I've used setup is you just need knows their AM benefit of their RPs and will be traveling at accelerated. Ender 3, I will print at 50 millimeters per second.
Is there any video where we see what's going on at the beginning? Milchi material, ABS, ASA, blah, 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 hardware complaint, software issue, final thoughts. Bambu Lab X1. I mean, let's just see the setup at the beginning. I mean, the starting G code, or the starting
the Bambu Lab
whatever.
X1 carbon, or what?
Oh, he didn't put. Oh no. There. So let's try to find out. 3D Jeff, I'm late. You're not late. It's a chill stream. We're just talking about the Bambu Labs, or trying to understand what's going on.
And it'll melt hands.
Yeah. How beautiful is this box? Happy printing. How nice is this box? I like to see Polymaker stuff in videos. But is he starting a print? And I want to see what's going on at the
The
beginning.
X1 Carbon uses nozzle touch to level the bed, and
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. So it's a nozzle touch.
the first layer is stuck down okay. The X1 Carbon uses
By the way, what spool is in the printer? It looks like a beautiful Polymaker spool, no? Okay, so let's check.
helps with ensuring the first layer is
Sorry, let me remove the comment.
stuck down okay. The X1 Carbon uses nozzle touch to level the bed, and that LiDAR is actually going to make sure it got it right.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me put it again.
Touch to level the bed, and that LiDAR is actually going to make sure it got it right.
The LiDAR is going to make sure it's got it right. So it's before the extrusion. So there is something going on with the LiDAR. I still think maybe the LiDAR is scanning. The LiDAR checks the extrusion, but then why he said, did you hear what he said?
Nozzle touch to level the bed, and that LiDAR is actually going to make sure it got it right.
Polymaker. Did I miss a message from you? Loyal? Or you just like to say Polymaker? 3D Jeff, it scans the bed. Okay, from form surface. No, it lays down a test layer. So guys, we need to agree on that. What is happening? And that's what I love. I love it because everyone is talking about the X1 and the Bambu Labs, how great it is. And once we start to ask questions, then we start to have different answer. So everyone is seeing the Bambu differently. But I want to know what's going on. You know, what's really happening? Some people say the LiDAR is scanning the bed. Some people say the LiDAR has nothing to do with the scan. It's the BL Touch that is going to scan it. And then the LiDAR is only going to check the first layer. So which one is the right one? I think the previous video is the one I saw, and that he showed the calibration bed leveling. You mean the ones from 3D Print General? But it didn't. I tried to check. Keep watching the video, okay?
There's a pattern that the X1 Carbon can print in the front left part of the build plate, and the LiDAR is going to use those patterns to assist in flow and bed level. Once it prints.
Oh, okay. You know what? Let's watch the section of the video and then talk about it. It's my mistake. It's my mistake.
With ensuring the first layer is stuck down okay. The X1 Carbon uses nozzle touch to level the bed, and that LiDAR is actually going to make sure it got it right. There's a pattern that the X1 Carbon can print in the front left part of the build plate, and the LiDAR is going to use those patterns to assist in flow and bed level. Once it prints those patterns in the lower left, it prints some really quick lines right in the front of the machine, and it feels very similar to establishing a K value for linear advance in Marlin. Once a print has started and a first layer is laid.
Okay. So we have the answer. The BL Touch. So
right. There's a pattern.
Right.
With ensuring the first layer is stuck down okay. The X1 Carbon uses nozzle touch to
okay. So to answer the question, it's using the nozzle. Okay, it's using nozzle pressure in order to do the BL Touch job. Second answer is
level the bed, and that line.
The LiDAR is not going to scan the bed. So this is out of the question. The LiDAR is only used for the bed leveling.
LiDAR is actually going to,
thanks to a kind of pattern, right?
Make sure it got it right. There's a pattern that the X1 Carbon can print in the front left part of the build plate, and the LiDAR is going to use those patterns to assist.
Yeah. Am I breaking? Robot braking. I'm back. Okay. So I apologize for my mistake. I should have watched the entire section of the video before dissecting part of the video, because it doesn't make sense if you don't watch the whole thing. So sorry for that. Okay, so now my question is, if the LiDAR only use that part, okay, so I don't understand, the LiDAR is for what? Because, I mean, if it's the whole bed, then it can know where it is warped, and then, if it changed or something. But now it's only one part of the bed, so he can only know the distance. I mean, you understand what I mean? What's the point of the LiDAR here? So you have you use the nozzle in order to I guess to scan the bed, but it doesn't really scan the let me check.
Sure, it got it right. There's a pattern that level, ensuring the first layer is stuck down okay. The X1 Carbon uses nozzle touch to level the bed, and that LiDAR is actually...
So, it using nozzle touch to level the bed. Do you think, because on that part of the video, it only do one side, right? Do you think it's doing a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and then it does a mesh, or it's only doing that part, and then the LiDAR is also only doing that part? LiDAR is double checking flow rate and extrusion. But flow rate and extrusion is different from leveling, right? Keep going with video. There is mesh. Oh, okay.
Going to make sure left and bed level. Front of the machine advance the bed back and forth to ensure that the first layer down, the head moves over the bed. Once a print has started and a first layer is laid down, the head moves over the bed back and forth to ensure that the first layer looks good. The active vibration cancellation is what allows...
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, we should really watch the whole video, but it's 13 minutes.
The print head to move so darn fast. It vibrates X and Y and...
Okay, so... but is that going to do a mesh? You said I need to go further in the video. Is that going to do a, the multiple touch with the nozzle everywhere in the bed later in the video? Am I missing that also, or?
It does pop up a issue. It doesn't really do anything about it. It does pop up a question on the screen up front, and it...
Okay, it scanned the first layer, not the bed. LiDAR has nothing to do with the bed level, though, which is what I keep saying. LiDAR uses software to try fixing if there is a problem in the extrusion. I think the LiDAR is still about the leveling. Where if the LiDAR scan sees that it's under extruded somewhere, it means that the bed is, there's a throat, right? It's lower than it should be. And then it's going to compensate this in the software by changing the flow. It knows the distance from the nozzle to the bed, but it can't know if that distance is correct unless it checks the extrusion again, I think. Like a Prusa, it measures the bed, but then you have to manually adjust the height by eyes looking at the extrusion. But why you can't know if that distance is correct? Because the nozzle is going to touch the bed, right? So, okay, let's forget about the mesh, but I still want to understand if it's actually doing a mesh with the nozzle. Otherwise, they really believe their bed is flat. But then it doesn't make sense. Yeah, so what I was saying is, if, the nozzle is going to touch, so now they know exactly, the bed compared to the nozzle, where it is. If it's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, they know. Because you say it knows the distance from the nozzle to the bed, but it can't know if that distance is correct. So what is correct? Because if in the slicer they expect the distance to be 0.2, then the printer will start at 0.2. If the nozzle was not clean during probing, then the small pattern in the corner could not print correctly. So the cross-check with LiDAR would fail. If the nozzle was not clean during probing, then the small pattern in the corner would not print correctly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you have to have a clean nozzle if you are using the nozzle. That's the downside of using the nozzle for probing. The LiDAR has nothing to do with the leveling the bed. I mean, nothing in that case. Nothing has to do with leveling the bed, because there's nothing that is going to level the bed, except if we haven't confirmed. Is that really doing that thing where it's going to re-level the bed by moving one z-axis and not the other axis? Like, do they have 3 stepper motors for 3 z-axis, and then they can level the bed like this? Do they have that? I don't think so, right? They only have 1 stepper motor for the z-axis, or do they have 3 in order to level the bed? Because someone was saying this in the chat. Well, they don't talk about it, so I don't think they have, because that's why would they hide such a great features? Bambu blah 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 blah. Tired of waiting the first layer, blah blah. Spaghetti detection. Yeah, they don't. How many auto leveling point does X1 have? 5x577. For the whole bed leveling, the number is plus the LiDAR scan around 2 million point, 4 sensor, probe 6 point. This is in the FAQ. Oh, in the FAQ? Oh, that's actually a good point. We should check the FAQ. How does it Am I breaking? Hello, hello, hello.
It gives you the option to either materials or 4 colors. And the only time I've ever seen 16 is in a photo on Twitter. Damn it.
Okay, I'm back. I'd assume the high-tech printer would retract the material. Yeah, so let me try to summarize. The nozzle is going to do the BL touch job, right? So one question we haven't answered is that going? Oh yes, so I think it was answered. DMAT said, how many auto bed leveling point does X1 have? 5.57%. For the whole bed leveling, the number is plus 6. The LiDAR scan around 2. Oh, so it does scan. Oh, so the LiDAR will scan the bed, right? How many auto bed leveling? How many auto bed leveling points does X1 have? For a whole bed leveling, the number is 2 million plus 6 times 6. The LiDAR scans around 2 million points, and the force sensor probes 6 by 6 points. I'm going back and forth, and I think you're over analyzing this, making it a lot more complicated. Well, if if the answer was simple, then I wouldn't need to be overcomplicated. What does overanalyzing means? That's the actual definition of what we're trying to do here, to really understand what's happening. I don't want to just stay on the X1 can level the bed very well, and it has some kind of LiDAR, some kind of probe, and it's doing the job. We don't know why. We don't know how. LiDAR is scanning the extrusion. Yeah, Justin, I mean, for you, maybe it's overanalyzing because in your mind, this is how it is done. But look at the other hypothesis. I mean, why, if that's so simple, why, what's the name? Why DMAT 1773, says that it's, in the FAQ, they say they scanned the bed, 2 million point, and the force sensor is 6 by 6 point. I don't think we should, go to the road that, we make things complicated or something. We're here to learn. We're here to answer questions. Why have mesh leveling then? Exactly. That's what we're trying to answer. If the LiDAR can scan the bed, then why would you have the BL touch stuff? That's what we're trying to answer. And then for some moment you were saying that, it's not scanning the bed, it's only scanning the first that kind of pattern stuff and the first layer. And now we go back to it's actually scanning the bed when you're doing the probe. Because it can't scan the bed. Yeah, I mean, even if you retract the probe, is it possible the LiDAR is doing both? The LiDAR scanned the bed and it can recognize a pattern too to help level the bed? Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm trying to understand. Is the LiDAR scanning the bed, before the printing, so that during the printing it can compensate the flow? Because the LiDAR isn't able to do it. But I thought the LiDAR was a scanning, right? So it, or is that like you throw some light and then I don't know. I don't know exactly, but somehow the LiDAR can know the distance between the sensor and the bed. And so somehow he knows, right? I'm loving this. Need more stream like this. Yeah, I mean, every Saturday now we are going to be on Twitch because that's how it is. I have been explaining this the entire time. It cannot scan the distance without the extrusion there. But why would it need an extrusion line to know the distance? So what you're saying is the LiDAR cannot know the distance. It can only know the differential. So it can only know whether something is closer or further, but he cannot know the exact thing. Is it what you're saying? In that case, then yeah. Well, in that case, it can still scan the bed because it will scan the bed. It will know where is further, where is closer, and then the BL touch is going to give the exact distance. And then when you mix the LiDAR and the BL touch, then you have the exact bed scanning. Listen to Justin. Well, I'm listening, but I mean, it's hard to answer question when I'm talking because of the delay and because it's hard to. It's better for me to talk than Justin to write. But hopefully, because there is no way to know the distance if there isn't a known point. Yeah. So that's the bed could be 10 miles away. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe it's mixing with the BL touch. So I will wait for your answer for that one. LiDAR cannot judge the distance. Yes. But what if it's mixing with the BL touch? What if you scan the bed so you know the shape? You don't know how far, but you know the shape. And then you use the BL touch to know exactly where it was. Like the point where the BL touch took, and then you get what I mean? Forgot you was on Twitch, was watching on YouTube. BL Touch levels the bed. But answer that question, Justin. I will wait for your answer. If you scan the bed with the LiDAR and then you use the BL Touch to know the distance, can you have a complete scan of the bed knowing exactly how far it is from the nozzle? LiDAR is only able to scan the extrusion after it. Yeah. So maybe there is some delay. But if you could answer that particular question. The clogs are turning in our brains today. I won't say your name, but if I print something, if you join Polymaker stream, your brain is gonna, sometime you will have to shut down the stream before it finish. Either because sometime it can be frustrating if for you everything is very logical, but for me it is not, and then I will keep asking questions, then you may get frustrated, or for some reason we go too deep that you just give up. So I'm waiting for a Justin answer, because in my opinion, yes, the LiDAR apparently cannot know the distance, but if you mix it with the BL Touch, then you can still scan the bed. Like the Bambu can scan the bed and then do the BL Touch mesh, and then it has a perfect 2 million point bed leveling. Okay, so no, because it wouldn't have any point of reference. If the bed is sloped, warped, or something, it doesn't see that. But why? No, because it wouldn't have any point of reference. If the bed is sloped, warped, or something, it doesn't see that. Oh, really? But if you know, I don't understand why you wouldn't. I think it's going to be hard to know what the LiDAR does until more than just a few reviews have one. Each LiDAR and touch is checked against each other to make sure it has the right data. The BL Touch gives the reference. The extrusion is a no size. Yeah, okay. So you know what? Let's put this this topic aside, because I think we are we need some more information. So I still don't know whether they're scanning the bed or not. And Justin said it's impossible because the LiDAR wouldn't know the distance. But I think it is possible in a way that you can use the BL Touch in order to know the distance. So like, you have a mesh of 2 million points, right? And then in the 2 million points, which one is further than the other one, right? So you have some kind of thing like this, right? But you don't know how far, but you know the shape. And then in this 2 million point, there is 4x4, let's say, there is 16 points where you know the exact distance. So using these two, isn't that possible to know exactly how far this shape is from the nozzle? Okay, I'm back now. So the same of a square doesn't change if it dips and dives and you're looking straight down on it. But Justin, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case in the way that I think the LiDAR can know how deep it is. I mean, isn't the LiDAR used, or the sonar or whatever used for the below the ocean, like the ocean floor? I mean, I'm going off topic here, but you're bouncing the light, and the light is coming back, right? So you can calculate the distance. Actually, why you wouldn't know the distance? LiDAR. I mean, isn't that the car are using this? Light detection and ranging. So let's answer the question whether LiDAR can know distance or not. Yeah, that's what I was saying, the National Ocean Service. So let's answer this question. If you have a LiDAR, can you know the distance between the light and whatever it reflects off? This method is determining ranges, variable distance by targeting an object or a surface with a laser and measuring the time for the reflected light to return to the receiver. It can also be used to make digital 3D representation of an area of the Earth, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah. Okay, so it seems that it cannot. Okay, is a method of determining ranges, variable distance. So I won't read the whole Wikipedia stuff, but it looks like it's about variable. So you know how far something is from something else, but you don't know how far these two are from the actual sensor, which I think Justin highlighted. Now the question is, you have that mesh, you have that surface, right? And the probe, like the BL Touch, will give you in that surface different point exactly where they are from the nozzle. So that kind of calibrate your mesh, right? I don't know. It seems very durable for me. Hey, Zombie, welcome back. So, Zombie, do you know that? Do you know if the X1 is using the LiDAR to scan the bed in order to know exactly, the up and down? I don't know about LiDAR, but wouldn't be too expensive to have a device accurate enough to measure the time it takes for the light to travel micron, which is different. Okay, about that. Yeah. I don't think so, but it seems that the LiDAR anyway only but then I don't know about the LiDAR, but wouldn't be too expensive to have a device accurately enough to measure the time it takes for lights to travel microns, which is the difference we're talking about here. Oh, you mean how accurate is their LiDAR? Well, the LiDAR is 7 micrometer, right? This is micro, right? So 7 micrometer LiDAR, which is pretty accurate in my opinion, I guess. I'm not sure what it uses for leveling. Yeah, well, that's what we are trying to answer here. I mean, to be honest, I didn't watch any review. So, I'm really starting from zero. So that's why I'm asking you, because most likely you have watched some of the reviews that already went out. Justin, I don't know, because due to it not being able to measure the distance, I don't know how it could be involved in the way you are referring. Okay, Justin, let me explain again. The LiDAR from Wikipedia, right, is able to do a topology, right? You have a surface and is able to know with 7 micrometer accuracy how level it is, which means how flat it is. Okay, so that's the LiDAR is capable of doing that from Wikipedia. It's capable of doing that. And after you have that shape, the problem is the LiDAR won't know how far that shape is from the nozzle. But they have another way, which is the BL Touch, and the BL Touch is going to know in that shape a few points how far they are from the nozzle, which can bring the shape back to the actual distance. Well, I hope that my explanation was correct, was understandable. And in that case, then they can scan the bed and they can know exactly where is what. I print something. I was my understanding that the 2 million spot measure with the LiDAR was after the first layer, because it can't measure the bed but it can measure the distance from the bed to the extrusion. Yeah, but if it can measure the extrusion from the bed, then it can also scan the bed, right? I mean, 7 micrometer. It's tiny. It can definitely know how warped the bed is, because it doesn't know how far it is from the nozzle, but the BL Touch knows. So you can make these two together. It's capable of getting distance, but not accurately enough for the bed mesh. Yeah, I'm talking about mixing the BL Touch data with the scan of the bed. So yes, I know the LiDAR don't know the absolute distance. It only like Wikipedia said, it only knows the variable distance. So if you mix that variable distance with the absolute distance from the BL Touch, then you have the absolute distance of everywhere. Well, at least from my understanding. The extrusion is no width. 7 micron is blah, 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 light second. I don't think a device that measures that is under 1000. Okay, so that's a different question. That's why I think the 7 micron is on the XY. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. So what you're saying is this 7 micron is well, actually we can do that, right? You can take the square root of 2 million, and theoretically the square root of 2 million is going to be the number of points separated by 7 micron. You get what I mean? Well, we are going very far here. But if you take the square root of 2 million, which is the number of points they can have, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the square. That's impossible. So theoretically, if you take this, multiply by 7 micron, which is one side. So let's say they take a point every 7 micron, if it's the XY. 7 micron is 0.003, that's milli. Micron is 0.000, right? So that means it's 0.004 meters. So if it's 7 micron on the XY, it means they can do way more than 2 million points, right? I mean, are we going too far here? But that's what I like. I mean, we are talking about the Bambu Labs, but the thing that I like, I mean, maybe for some of you, it's you don't like it because we go off topic. But what I like is we learn more stuff. We learn what is LiDAR. We learn, this micro, 10 to the -6, or it's just what's happening in the brain that I like. The result is great. If we have the right answer, is great. It's a great achievement. But the whole thing about the brain is really what I like. And hopefully that's what you like also. I don't think the relative distance even will be picked up well enough. Maybe it's being used for first layer extrusion accuracy. Maybe. Yeah, headache. But yeah, to be honest, guys, for me that's what I love. I love going crazy into a small thing, right? If you're looking for answers and stuff, I think the review, I don't want to do a review of the Bambu Lab. I want to do some kind of thinking that if you put that in the YouTube video, is gonna have 20 views maximum. But that's what I like, and that's the community I want to build. I want a community that like to put the brain on the table and think about stuff. Or they've got a time of flight sensor much better than I thought existed. Or they've got a time of flight sensor much better. Sorry, I don't understand. I don't think the relative blah, blah. Okay, anyway, so let's put that aside, because let's just ask directly the answer. What's what's going on with their LiDAR, and is it scanning the bed or not? Because you see here, I mean, it's scanning the bed, right? So it's I don't know, it's confusing for me. It's definitely scanning the first layer. I mean, it was shown, right? But whether it's scanning the bed or not, I don't know. But from the theory, it could, because it scanned the bed and then he used the BL touch to calibrate. Okay, so we have core XY understood, color understood, LiDAR kind of understood, not too much. The pressure advance. So pressure advance was highlighted by a lot of people. To be honest, I don't know what is pressure advance. So I know some of you know what is pressure advance. So I will explain what I think it is, and then let me know if it's correct or not. Pressure advance for me is the following. In no pressure advance way, you go from A to B, and then you speed up, you accelerate, then you reach your top speed, and then you decelerate. So that's how your nozzle is going to move. But the extrusion is going to be even. If you need to extrude 10 grams, it's going to linearly extrude 10 grams from A to B. But the problem is the fact that it speed up and slow down, then during the speed up process is going to extrude less than the continuous speed, which will extrude even less than the slowdown. Okay, and pressure advance allows you to extrude to match the extrusion speed with the printing speed. Okay, so that's how I define pressure advance. Now, if you can just let me know if it's correct or not. And hopefully it's correct, so that we don't have to dive into pressure advance. And if it's not correct, then if there is an easy way to explain that, you can put in the chat. Otherwise, I will just check. So yeah, what do you guys think? Sounds correct to me. Okay. Is there any other input? Like, can we just to make sure that okay, 3D Jeff, okay. So that's pressure advance. Okay, got it. So, well, then I guess it's pretty straightforward.
There's a pattern in those, and it feels very similar to establishing a K value for linear advance in Marlin. Once a print has started and a first layer low and bed level. Once it prints.
So he's talking about linear advance in Marlin. So I guess it's linear advance in Marlin is pressure advance in Clipper, right? Is that correct?
Those patterns in the lower left, it prints some really quick lines right in the
I agree with you about the 7 micron is probably for X and Y.
Front of the machine, and it.
Yeah, if it's for X and Y, then the 2 million point that they can take on the bed could be 2 billion point, right? If it's correct. Then I don't understand why they talk about 7 micrometer if they don't even use it. I mean, was my calculation correct, right? You take the square root of 20 million because of 2 million, because they take 2 million point with the LiDAR, and then you take the square root of that. So that means they take 1,400 point times 1,400 point, and that's 12 million point, right? So that means 1,400 point on the x-axis. So that means they are separated by much more than 7 micron. So I don't understand why they would. Yeah, I'm thinking, but yeah, you get what I mean. Like, it could be way more than 2 million point, right? But anyway, linear advance and pressure advance is the same. Okay, great.
Feels very similar to establishing a K value for linear advance in Marlin. Once a print.
Okay, so I think this is pretty straightforward, right? They are printing with different acceleration, and I guess they calibrate using their LiDAR. They know the thickness, and then they calibrate. Yeah. I think this is pretty straightforward. Except if you guys have some question that you want we dig in, but it seems pretty straightforward. Maybe they mean 2 million by 2 million. Oh, do they? I don't know. If it's 2 million by 2 million, then 2 million. What's the size of the bed? I mean, it's a pretty easy. What's the size of the bed? We should go. No, that's wrong too. Polybius, yeah, you're awesome. You are. What's the bed? What's the bed? What's the bed size? 14-meter long bed. If you use 2 million, oh, you did the calculation already. Yeah, then maybe it's wrong. Yeah, that's why 7 micron. I don't know. It could be on the z-axis. Could be. Because if it's on the XY, then I don't understand the logic. Why would they say that? Because 2 million is way bigger than 7 micron. The only difference with pressure advance and linear advance, from my understanding, linear advance slows kinematics, pressure advance change extrusion setting. Oh, really? Oh, wait. Linear advance slows kinematics, pressure advance change extrusion setting. When you say linear advance slow kinematics, do you mean it slow down the print? Like the print speed? So linear advance change the print speed and pressure advance change the flow? But that's not possible, right? Because pressure advance and linear advance because of acceleration and acceleration. So, Hello. I'm back. Okay. Actually, Incendium, just go and went and check the website. A LiDAR that measures depth in micrometers. Bambu micro LiDAR brings micrometers level precision into 3D printing. The system probes the nozzle height, calibrate the flow, and scan the first layer, so the possibilities are endless. So from that, I think the 7 micrometer was on the z-axis, because that's the depth, right? Depth is the z-axis. So they say they bring micrometer in the depth. So I guess this 7 micrometers is in the depth, not in the XY. Well, it seems like. Griff. Okay. So what I was saying is, I summarize what you said by saying linear advance change the print speed, and pressure advance change the flow. And what I was saying is that is not possible because the linear advance exists because of acceleration and deceleration. So if it deals with the flow difference, right, by changing the speed, then it would completely remove acceleration and deceleration so that the speed match the flow, because the flow is consistent. So if it can only change the speed, then it has to make the speed consistent. So I think in both cases they change the flow. That's my understanding. So it's scanning higher and width of extruded layer lines. Hi, Steven. Are there any more giveaways? I have to take my dog for a walk. Okay, let's do one. It's almost 4 hours. Let's do one more, and then that's the last one. Maybe we should but measures depth of extruded plastic for nozzle height, not the bed itself. Well, I mean, it's the same, right? Why would it be different? It's measuring the height of the first layer, but that's the same. Whether you measure the difference between the extruded plastic and the bed, or one part of the bed and another part of the bed, then that's the same. Good morning, Zombie. It's 4 a.m. here. We've been streaming from midnight to 4 a.m. Okay, let's draw one more. You're gonna hit affiliate fast. What is affiliate? You mean our affiliate program? Am I going to be my own affiliate? Okay, are you ready? I hope we're gonna have a Twitch guy. 5, 3, 4, 2, 1. Twitch guy, please, Twitch guy. Twitch affiliate. You will be able to get bits and subs on Twitch. Oh, okay. Yeah, Twitch. 3DP with Bill. Come on, are you still there? A very nice 3D printer. Is that a Core XY or 3D printing? Nice. 3D printing with Bill. Congratulations, are you here? Congratulations, are you here? You are our first Twitch winner. Very, very first Twitch winner. I mean, not the first that win a spool, because on Twitch there is way more spool giveaway that has happened before. But that's the first one from Polymaker. Okay. 3DP build. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Did I miss him? No. 1. Jorgen. Can I suggest you read the 3 even if he's still streaming? I don't know how to read. I don't know how to rate, but let's we can check. Congratulations, Jake from State Farm. Congratulations, Jake from State Farm. Congratulations, Jake from. Oh no! 3DP with Bill. What happened? Did you switch stream during that time? You are literally like a few seconds late. Okay, so Jake from State Farm, are you there? Yeah, that's me. Congratulations, Jake. Congratulations, Jake. You can send me an email here. 3D printing with Bill. Feel free to join our Discord. We have a daily giveaway. There you go. I was playing with my daughter. Yeah, you made the right choice. Family first. Okay. I'm kind of cheating. I'm both. What did you say? Oh, that's very smart. Yeah, I think you can enter. I think you can enter 2 times. If you are on Twitch and if you are on YouTube, and then you type "I'm awesome" on both, then I think it can work. Give to the Twitch guy. I'm already won from you on the LM show. Oh, really? Oh, that's very nice. That's very, very nice, Jake. Thank you very much. That's really nice from you. So 3D printing with Bill. Say thank you to Jake from State Farm, because he literally just gave you his free Polymaker spool. So you can say thank you to Jack from State Farm. To raid, just type raid and channel name in your own Twitch. So, hi, Robert. Hi, Robert. Hello? Am I back? Hello, hello, hello. I'm the robot. Is robot time? Robot time. Okay, I'm back. Great. So I was I was actually saying that it's the end of the stream, but it's better to be back to say that. So thank you very much for coming, everyone. So this live stream will be on Twitch from next Saturday. Will be entirely on Twitch. For Print Busters and the Q&A, it will be on YouTube. The Print Busters is going to be on Thursday evening, and the Q&A is most likely going to be on Tuesday evening for you. Okay, so Tuesday morning for me. So Tuesday evening, we have the Q&A. The Q&A means I don't go into details. You guys ask me whatever question about 3D printing, troubleshooting that you have, or new materials for Polymaker, or whatever stuff. And then I just answer very quickly. If there is no question, then we just go through our Discord or through our Reddit, and then we just read all the stuff. And then we answer as many questions as possible. On Reddit, there is every 5 minutes, there is a new troubleshooting, and then we just go there, and then we just go troubleshooting sniper. Okay, so that's the Q&A. The Print Busters on Thursday evening is going to be about debunking some thinking on 3D printing, or pushing some 3D printing topic to the edge of science. Okay, from a polymer perspective or from a hardware perspective. It's easier for me from a polymer perspective, but with the community, we can now do more on the hardware perspective. And then on Saturday night, so which is Saturday afternoon, I guess for you, it will be a hangout. So whatever topic, and then it won't be any prepared stuff. It's just hanging out together, and then we just talk about some stuff. It could be about anything. So now I just need to figure out, because we are on Twitch, and there is we need to raid someone. So let me you guys know how to do, so I will need your help. Let me just go on Twitch first, and then you can just explain me a little bit how to do that. So I guess I need to change to join my channel. Same time for both YouTube stream. Yes, same time. Thank you. Yeah, thank you everyone. Okay, so let's try to do that. So first we need to decide who we are going to raid, right? Oh, the 3 event. Okay, so the 3 event is here. And then we need to go on the channel, I guess. And then wait. Or maybe I can write from the chat there. Zombie, how do we do again? How? Join your chat.
Hey, Titan, what's going on? Hey, guy, you feeling better?
Yeah, so I can write on StreamYard for the chat, and then type raid the 3 event. Okay, so let me type raid the 3 heathen. Let's see if it's working. Okay, so I just so it went on having trouble connection. Please check your internet connection. So let me try again. It looks like it doesn't want to go on Twitch. The three heathen. Let me try again. Working? Is it? Just wait, and it read now. Okay. Okay, great. So how do I know if it's working? Am I go back to my channel, and then we will be redirected to the three heathen, right? Okay, so I just need to wait. Let me type again here. Raid the three heathen. Okay, am I good? Yeah, good night, everyone. Thank you. I don't know when it's going to switch the stream, so thank you, everyone. And then I hope it's gonna work. And then say hello to the three heathen from me. That's the first raid ever of Polymaker. So it's pretty amazing. What time in your area? It's 4 in the morning here.